Yes, guys, and welcome back to the Irish Hotspur for game day as Tottenham travel to Selhurst Park to take on Crystal Palace with a chance to go 5 points clear. Yes, you heard that right. 5 points clear at the summit of Premier League, which means it does not matter what any of our rivals do over the course of the weekend. Jacko, how are you, my man? You excited for the game?
I am excited for the game. It's another opportunity for us to, preserve our position at the top of the table instead of, compared to Monday night where we let everyone go first and, had the manners. This time, we're taking the onus. We're going first. We're showing everybody how it's done. We're going to gather the 3 points and then watch the rest of the Premier League teams crumble after us. I'm excited to see, us on a Friday night at Selhurst Park. I do have, a tad of a, kind of soft spot maybe for, sort of Selhurst Park. I think it's, a nice ground. It seems like a place that I would love to go to myself on an away day. Very jealous of all those Spurs fans that have traveled down there to South London on a nice Friday night. Hopefully they're well oiled up, like you like to say, Dave, and they're about to sing their lungs out and witness Ange Ball once again, feeling slightly feverish, everybody. And that's because I feel like I'm experiencing withdrawals from the lack of Ange Ball. Once you get a dose of it, it's hard to really, go so long without it again. So I think that's what's happened to me here, everybody. So hopefully everybody's all right. Hopefully everybody is, pumped for this game. A nice Friday night. Not really often that we get to play on these sort of Friday nights. So it's a rare privilege, and I'm looking forward to this one. And of course, there's some changes into the lineup that maybe we'll discuss. One that I'm really not too keen on. I'm going to be perfectly frank. A certain position that I've kind of highlighted that I think there is a huge drop off in quality for, in case, there is an injury, but it's another test. And I guess, we like to make things difficult on ourselves, don't we? This is an opportunity for Spurs to see what they're made of, maybe without one of their beautiful, star man, in that back line. It's a change. We'll see if things are a little spicy this time.
Well, look, like Jack alluded to, there's 2 changes since the Fulham game 4 nights ago. Vicario retains his place. We've got Pedro Porro at right back with Romero and Van de Ven as centre back. One of the changes in tonight's lineup is we've got Ben Davies in for Destiny Udogie, who is not fit. Obviously, did not pass that late fitness test, which we'll get onto and speak about in a minute. The second change is Basuma back in for Zinedine Salzburg. We'll also have a bit of a chat on that with Sarr and Madison retaining their place with Kulusevski, Son and Richarlison also keeping his place, which I'm sure Jack will want to have a say on that. But look, Jack, we'll start with Ben Davies. I mean, Ben Davies coming in for Udogie, right? We can't be naive to expect him to do what Udogie can do. He just can't do it. But I mean, what can Ben Davies offer us tonight that won't be detrimental to either the way we play or defensively?
I'm going to try to end off with it being, sort of positive and optimistic, but I have to start with sort of my concerns. I'm sorry, Dave, just again, it's just too much of a glaring, sort of, moment for me. What my issue is with Ben Davies is that normally it felt like we could rely on him to at least be a solid defender, and he would, get in the blocks, he would get stuck in for us. But I don't know, recently at left back, I've had a lot of worries about him sort of defensively. We saw, Brian Mbuemo towards the end of last season. He caused him a lot of problems and pretty much just made a showcase of him out on that left-hand side when Ryan Mason was sort of rocking like a 4-4-2 of some kind. And then it felt like, and most recently too, there was a game when, I forget which opponent, but I think it was that Fulham game, right? Where they just continued to hit those balls over the top, specifically down the left-hand side. It was never down the right-hand side every single time. It was down that left-hand side. And they did it with success, and they did it to a degree that caused us a lot of problems. Ben Davies struggled to track back, and he struggled to even make much of an impact, I think, in the game going forward. So that's where my big concern with Davies is that I'm not seeing him doing one or the other. I'm not really seeing him getting stuck in, being sort of defensively solid and reliable, and I'm not seeing him, making much of an impact in possession. I think he too often just wants to give it back to where he once received it from, too often wants to look back inside. He's very timid on trying to carry the ball forward or try to take it past his man in any regard. All those things would, be required of, the left back in this sort of system. And it's what Udogie's been doing so well with. And that's where I get a lot of worries, Dave. It's just defensively not been that convincing. I think recent. I think he's shown that he's maybe more suited for a back five, playing in either the left wing back position or kind of a left-sided center back, but definitely not a back four. and in possession. I mean, Davies has never been known to be that brilliant, really sort of in possession. And the positions that you have to take up in this system, you have to have a bit of a sort of tactical, almost pitch intelligence, with where you set yourself up. I'm just a little worried tonight. And to maybe end a bit hopeful and a bit optimistic, because I told you I would, he's only had so many games. I'm using this off of a small sample size, of course, with the context of previous seasons and things like that. But I've only had so much of a sample size with Ben Davies this season. He's maybe known that he would probably get picked for this game, or he probably had at least some idea well beforehand that he could get picked for this game. So I hope that at least he's mentally ready for it. And if all you need from him is 90 minutes, I mean, surely he can give us at least a decent 6 out of 10, 90 minutes. And I'm not expecting him to be Destiny Udogie. I just want him to not be taken advantage of defensively.
Look, I hope so too, Jack. For me, I think I worry if it's Schlupp coming up against Ben Davies. I think he'll roast him if he comes up against him. If it's AU, I think we might get away with it. Where I think it might have an effect is our press. You look at Udogie, when our front line goes and our midfield goes, the fullbacks always go as well. And Udogie, I think, has the most turnovers leading to goal in the Premier League so far this season with 3.
Wow.
Can Ben Davies offer us that in terms of the press? I don't think so. Ben Davies is a player that likes to drop off. He doesn't like leaving space in behind him because he knows he doesn't have the pace if the ball gets turned over, played in behind him to get back. So that concerns me. I wonder will it have a knock-on effect in that press. If I'm Roy Hodgson tonight for the first 5-10 minutes, I'm expecting that Spurs press, but I'm looking at that Tottenham's left-hand side as my outball. That does concern me a little. But what also concerns me is him going forward, Jack. Richarlison was very, very good with Udogie. When Emerson came on, that link up with Emerson and Richarlison wasn't quite there. And I don't think that's going to be there when it comes with Ben Davies either, because
Richie was benefiting from Udogie. You're right.
Yeah. What Udogie was doing very well, Jack, is Udogie would constantly run off him inside or outside, bring players with him and create a bit of space for Richie. Ben Davies is not going to do that. Also, Udogie could play with Richie, get the ball, he'd look for Richie. Ben Davies, I don't think is going to do that either. So I worry about that. I do worry about that. But saying that, he has put in a couple of good performances down the years.
Yeah.
Hopefully tonight's one of them nights. Let's wait and see.
And what else can Ange do? This is the only option he really has. He could play Emerson. And he did recently,
right
but I said that he's not going to be doing what you need on the ball. It's already it's a foreign position to him anyways. You would be asking a lot of him because you're then saying to Ben Davies, I would rather have a guy play in a position he's completely uncomfortable in compared to you, right? And then that would just say a lot to, Sassignon, and it would say a lot to Ben Davies. And I think we would just sort of kiss our chances of him being able to put in a good performance then after that. So Ange, I think you can't fault him at all. He's showing the faith in Ben Davies, and he's giving him a chance here. And he's going to see if he can put in the good effort. He also said in training that Ben Davies has been one of those guys that has worked very, very hard in training, and in a way kind of deserves this if he wasn't being outplayed by a guy like an Udogie. So you just have to take Ange's word for it, and there's nothing else he can really do. So let's see what Ben Davies can do.
Yeah, look, hopefully he can hopefully it's just one game. It's all we need him for. Just do it. If he's ever going to live up to, he should be kept around as a good backup player. Tonight's tonight. Now, let's move on to the other change, Jack, and then we will get into the chat. As I'm aware, it is hotting up in there. Of course, is Basuma back in for Højbjerg? Look, I would have rather Højbjerg tonight and kept Basuma. Just what we can't have is Basuma picking up a yellow card whatsoever, because that means he misses the Chelsea game. So hopefully he has that in his mind. He knows he can't make tackles, but that means others around him are going to have to step up tonight in that regard and take yellow cards. But that's the only thing. Look, Basuma coming in, of course, he's going to drive at Palace. He'll take players on and stuff like that. He creates some openings. I just don't want him to be stupid out of possession. I don't want him picking up any yellow cards. I don't mind the one that he picked up against Arsenal for the Saint because he was sticking up for Sarr. But hopefully someone else has to step up and do that tonight for him. I just hope him and the team are aware of it, Jack, and it doesn't happen, because if we miss him against Chelsea, it'll change how that game's going to go.
I sort of said earlier that I think Basuma in this game, he has to realize he can't play in the normal way that he would, where he would, be really aggressive. He would, if he sees an opportunity to, maybe stop a move or a counterattack of Palace's, he's the guy to do it. He actually has to be cautious tonight, whether you like it or not. He does have to be careful. He does have to pick and choose his moments, when to really dive in, when to really go for the challenge or not. And that's just slightly worries me, because I think as a number 6 or as a defensive midfielder, I don't think you can really always go into the game, with that sort of type of mentality, because you are kind of seen as a guy that does need to mop up for us and a guy that does need to do whatever it takes sometimes, whether it be kind of take one for the team in case, right? You have to sometimes take a yellow card for the team, stop a move. And he can't do that now because of that Chelsea game, right? He would have to let that guy go by. And that's where I'm slightly worried tonight. Whereas a Højbjerg has yellow cards to spare. Like, he could clean the guy out and then, wouldn't have to face the repercussions for it. But Bissouma, we all know, is brilliant on the ball. He can make things happen with it that no one else can in this team. And there's so much benefit of him, in the team with him on the ball. I'm just slightly worried defensively, maybe in a certain moment where he just has to have his head about him, where he must realize, like, you know what? If I get this yellow card here, I am going to miss this Chelsea game. And is that worth it? No. In my opinion, that's not worth it at all. So, just be on good behavior tonight, Mr. Bissouma.
Yeah. We'll be on watch. No diving either. No diving, Bissouma. No yellow cards for diving. But look, Jack, let's go into the chat. Let's see what they're saying, my man. Who have we got with us this evening?
We have Mark in the house saying Davey starts. We'll need to watch this game from behind the sofa. I'm with you here, Mark, but I'm actually going to watch it right in front of all of you guys. All 150 of you already in the house. Please do smash that like button. Do get your comments in, and feel free to support the channel with a super chat, everybody, because I am not able to watch this from behind the sofa like Mark is. I'm going to face the people. I'm going to face the noise here. Ribsy85 saying, come on, you Spurs, 2-0. Let's go. Big up to you, Ribsy. Chris is in here as well saying, come on, you Spurs, let's go. It's Ange ball time. Worried Bissouma starting as he's 1 yellow from suspension. Not a huge fan of PEH, but rather him started and save Bissouma for Chelsea. But Bentancur is back. Yes, Bentancur on the bench.
Yeah, I believe he's on the bench. I can't really make it out on my image here. He's on the bench, Jack. So on the bench, you've got Bentancur, you've got Skip, you've got Højbjerg, you've got Dyer, you've got Emerson Royale, you've got Fraser Forrester, and then I can't make out the forward line, but anyway, we don't need to worry about that.
There you are.
But Bentancur back.
Scooter Reacts is joining. No,
I was just going to say, will we see minutes from him? It'd be interesting. People in the chat, let us know. Do you want to see some minutes from Bentancur tonight?
And as well, we have the one and only Dreadlock74. Big up to you, Dreadlock74. Do appreciate your support as a member, as well as you, Scooter Reacts, absolute legend. Do appreciate you. Martin Knightsbridge is joining us this evening. Big up to you, Martin. Hopefully you're all right this Friday, as well as Mark New, the one and only Mark New. He said, I saw Davies in the lineup. Oh my God, who's injured? Is Udoji down? Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Harris Army. I know you love our man Destiny, Mark, and yes, he is, unfortunately, but I think it's just as sort of a precautionary move. Maybe he's being more safe for this Chelsea game, but big up to you, Marky New. And then we have the one and only Big Bobby in the house. Actually, before that, I believe it was Dark Sun G, and Dark Sun G saying, happy to see Bentancur back. Luckily, no Eze or Elise for Palace. I'm with you, Dark Sun G, because those are the goal scoring threats. I think Eze single-handedly could probably keep them, above relegation this season. I rate him that highly. I think he is that brilliant. And Elise as well. When those two are really flowing, they really are dangerous. And you look at sort of Crystal Palace this season, those are sort of the only threats that they truly have. I think Jordan Ayew sort of on his day, or Andre Ayew, whichever one of the Ayew brothers, they sometimes, can pull off a worldie, but usually they can be pretty useless. Odsonne Edouard is maybe playing slightly better recently, but again, I'm not too worried about him. And same thing with sort of Mateta. They do rely on those guys for creativity. They rely on them to sort of get them up the pitch, and I think it's going to be a real benefit to us. And seeing Bentancur back already, I mean, this guy's just, been eager to get back as soon as possible. They were saying, it has to be November. We're not going to push him any sooner. It's clear that Bentancur has knocked on that door hard enough. Dark Sun G is saying, I'm ready, coach. Put me in. Get me on that bench as soon as possible. And he's done it, Dark Sun G. I mean, what a beast to come back this quick, Dave.
Yeah, what an absolute animal, Jack. What I will say is, I've read reports saying that they had to hold him back. He wanted to get back even sooner. The guy's an absolute machine. Look, I'll be honest, I don't think you will see minutes from him tonight. I think it's just more so getting him back involved in match day squad and stuff like that. I don't think you will see any minutes from him tonight, but it's great to see him back, though.
As long as
Lolo.
As long as he's been out too, you would want, a guy like him must love to just see his name even on the bench, just to be even, being in contention to be picked must be a good feeling for him. And if we find ourselves in a comfortable position, maybe he would actually be brought on, just to get that minutes, and get some time. But yeah, I see what you mean. It's kind of just not maybe worth it, with him only just coming back and coming back early. Big Bobby, thank you for the support. Big Bobby is saying, yes, Dave and Jack, Big Bobby's back again. And he's saying, come on to show your support. Smash that like button. Thank you very much, Big Bobby. Do appreciate you, my man. Hopefully you're all right this Friday evening. Let us know. You got a nice cold Coke in the fridge. You got a nice maybe dip of some kind, some chips of any sort. Maybe you're rocking, maybe, I don't know, Dave, like, is there a game day snack that you would have if you're just sort of watching on the couch? Is, something, nice, just chips. I would say, maybe a good Frito-Lay. Never bad with that either. I would just, anything that's sort of in the junk food category. It's Friday night. It's actually Halloween weekend over here in the United States as well. So enjoy yourself, Mr. Big Bobby. And really do appreciate your support for this channel, my man. Thanks for joining us this watch along evening.
Big up, Big Bobby. Really appreciate all the support, brother. Sit back, relax, and watch the masterpiece that Ange Postecoglou's going to paint at Selhurst Park tonight, my man.
Exactly right. And let's get to some other beautiful faces in here. We have Bald Bean Counter in the house. Big up to you, Bald Bean Counter. Hopefully you've set your fantasy team and maybe are eyeing, a big come up or a big, sort of take of the top title. I see you still hovering around those top places. Big up to the one and only King Hoddle. Good to see you in the house. He's saying prepare for them to park the bus. I said earlier, I think any of the teams in this league that park the bus well, it will be Crystal Palace. I think they will know how to do it in a proper way. It could still not work out for them, right? Where I think we are a good enough team to be able to try to break it down better than others. But for an effective, bus, for an effective low block defensive team, need a manager that knows how to set it up and how to organize it. And then you also just need the players that, will be willing to, sacrifice and put in the hard defending, the hard yards to make it work and make it effective. And I think Crystal Palace have both. I think they have the manager that can set up that way with Roy Hodgson. And I think they have a lot of sort of, what would you call it, Dave? Like unselfish, hardworking, not so talented players that will just be willing to do whatever it takes to get into that team. Know their limits and they'll block the gaps and they'll do the job that Roy asks.
Yeah, they know their limitations, One thing you will get with Palace is, no one has an ego about them. They all understand the situation they're mucking and they fight for each other, especially after the humbling that Newcastle gave them. They won't want another 4-0 scoreline put up against them tonight.
No, definitely not. And we're also joined by the one and only William McKenzie. Big up to you, William McKenzie. Hopefully you're all right this evening, as well as Aman Arnasia. Big up to you, Aman Arnasia. I wish Bentancur, Hill, Johnson, and Lo Celso all get game time tonight. I definitely would like to see Johnson get game time to show, what he can actually offer, because Dave and I have been slightly underwhelmed with maybe the little cameos that he's been given thus far. Of course, would love to see Brian Hill. He put an absolute, brilliant display last time out here at Selhurst Park. And if we're missing something down that left-hand side and Richarlison's not on it today, I think Hill would be a wise substitution, to put down that left. He would be very, very different to a Richie and would definitely offer something just different and could actually help us out on the day. Bentancur, like we sort of discussed earlier, maybe not potentially happening tonight, but big up to you, Mount Arnasia. Good to see you in the house. Billy White's India is joining us as well. Yeah, Dave, sorry.
I was just going to say, I don't think Lo Celso deserves minutes. Don't want to see any minutes for him whatsoever.
Oh, Dave, do you feel like maybe it's a situation where, like I said with Ben Davies, where I didn't want to see any minutes from him, but, it's not like we've been given a huge sample size.
It's not even that, Jack. I mean, how many more managers are we going to go through with this guy? It hasn't worked out under any of them. And the reason why it doesn't is because of performances like he put in when he came off the bench last week. You have to earn the manager's trust. And with performances like that, when he's coming off the bench and just doing jack shit, sorry for the pun, but, where does he expect to get the minutes? Like, a manager can't just keep handing these guys minutes. That's one thing I want to see tonight. If someone does come off the bench, I want to see him grab that opportunity.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I see where you're coming from there. And a lot of guys I could say similar, even with Brian Johnson. I could say that even though he's just a new player, I want him to grab that opportunity when given to him. You're spot on there. Big up to Nigel A. Smith. Big up to Daryl Brown. Big up to Daryl Bradford. Daryl Army is in the house. Big up to you guys. Matt Spurs is in here. Patty Higgins, right? I best get off site before kickoff. Hope we all enjoyed the match, lads. Talk to you later. Enjoy your exile, Patty. I'm sorry, my man, but we'll catch up with you later. Really do appreciate your sacrifice. Legend. Michael from Poland is in the house as well. Big up to you, Michael from Poland. Thank you for joining us this evening. It's good to see that, Lolo's on the bench, and that's bringing a smile to your face. We also have the Big T in the house. He's saying another 2-0 win. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, Tyler. Cool, sexy football's in here as well. Evening all, another tricky match ahead. Definitely a tricky match ahead. You're absolutely right, William. Cool, sexy football.
He's going to score tonight.
And then also we have 8. Let's hope so. He needs to start pulling that trigger. Adrian Troca's in here as well. Good big up to you, Adrian Troca. Stefan's in here. Good to see you, Stefan. Sean Brown, 5 points clear. Let's make it 5 points clear, Sean. We got to get it done. Lee Nary's in the house as well. And then Dark Sun G with a super chat before we get to that Vicario one. He had one from earlier saying we have Van de Ven next to Davies, unlike before when we had Longley and Dyer next to each other with Davies as well. It's a bad combination when you got Davies, Longley, and Dyer. As you know, though, Darks and G, I sort of thought that Longley was actually better than Davies and Dyer, but yeah, maybe still not good enough. And Van de Ven is a guy that can recover, from a mistake, maybe from his opposition man, or should I say from his partner at the left back. I think he could anticipate a moment where, yep, Davies probably not going to get there. He doesn't have the pace. I'll just do it instead and, clear it up instead. And I just hope that Van de Ven realizes that, maybe some of the things that he got used to with the Doji can't take for granted, and that Ben Davies isn't going to offer the same thing. So he's got to be extra switched on today defensively, Van de Ven.
Van de Ven did play beside him in the Fulham game, and it still didn't stop it from affecting us.
It didn't go well.
The problem is he can protect Davies down the left-hand side in terms of his pace and balls in behind. But it won't help Ben Davies on the ball. It won't help Ben Davies in the press. And that's where the drop-off will be felt the most, in my opinion. But I do understand what Dark Sun G is saying. Defensively, Van de Ven can help Davies with balls in behind him. For
sure. And also Dark Sun G saying, also, did you guys see Vicario's quote about joining Spurs? Come on, you Spurs. He said he would have done whatever it takes, I think, Dark Sun G, and that once he saw that the interest was there, I believe he sort of more or less said there was no other club, no other place that he would have wanted to go than this club. And he would have been willing to, I think, drive himself or walk himself all the way to England, I think he brought up. And he would have been willing to sign the contract in blood. I mean, the Big Vic, you just have to love him more and more each passing week. I think he really is becoming my favorite signing actually from this summer. As much as we love Van de Ven, as much as we see, so many of these signings were crucial, Vicario, I mean, he's something else.
Do you know what, Jack and Dark Sun G and everyone else out there? I mean, like, it sort of gives me a stiffy hearing that from someone like Vicario. Now, look, but Eric Dyer has said something similar before. He wants his ashes buried underneath the stadium. But, no one could take it seriously with the performance he was putting in on the pitch. But with Vicario, I genuinely believe that he means it. He's not pretending to be fully coys. He genuinely wants to be here. And you're seeing that backed up on performances. It's not just a lot of hot air, a waste of hot air. It's backed up on the football pitch. So I genuinely believe it when it comes to someone like Vicario, and I absolutely love that sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. And I think too with Vicario, Dark Sun G, you're getting these sort of leadership, type of words and kind of, mentality and just sort of ethos from Big Vic. And I know Hugo Lloris was our captain, but just sort of the communication that we're getting from Vicario, just the overall confidence, kind of the swagger that he sort of has, about himself, I just think is kind of what we've been needing, behind the sticks for a while. And also think about some of the saves that he's pulled off this season already that have actually kept us in games or have actually preserved, often actually our lead. The reason why we haven't, actually seen games maybe sort of go the other way where it ends up slipping away from us is because Vicario has done a great job so far this season, Dark Sun G, and just pulling off crack saves when you need it. And I hope he doesn't have to be called into a big crack save, but if he is needed, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls off another one. I think his album, already of terrific saves is, pretty deep. He's had some real blinders this season in terms of some real crack ones indeed. Big up to Dark Sun G. Hopefully you're all right this evening. I know it's an early one too, my man, 3 a.m. as well, or something like that, I think, for this game. Absolute crazy. Big up to you, my man. Hopefully you're all right this Saturday. Adrian Chia says, Basuma Third Kit reporting for Watch Along duties. The Third Kit Society, the Basuma Third Kit Society is strong in the house. Lazy 8, I haven't, looked, deep enough, but I bet he's probably in here, watching, either from behind the shadows or in some way maybe has put in a comment of some kind. If I missed you, Mr. Nick, I do apologize, but the Basuma Third Kit Society, like I said before, I want it to grow. I don't want it just to be a member of 2. I want it to be 4, 5, 6s. Basuma's such a brilliant player. He's starting tonight. And Dave, wouldn't you like to see the Basuma Third Kit Society grow? The Third Kit has grown on you.
Yeah, it has grown on me. I'll be honest with you. The more I see it, the more I like it. I think as a whole kit, I think it's really nice. Are we in the third kit tonight? Because I don't think we'll play in the blue, considering Palace have blue in their kit. So I think we could be in our white tonight. But look, I do like it. I think the Basuma Third Kit Society is growing for sure. Adrian Chi, you're definitely not alone in it anymore. And also, I want to say a big up to the owl lad. He's gone with a 2-1 Tottenham today. I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
I think the fact that Davies and Richarlison is starting, Jack, has maybe hampered his enthusiasm for more of a bigger scoreline. But look, Jack, go on. Oh yeah,
I
we're
was
in
just
the
saying,
all
oh no, poor out loud.
Yeah,
Pour out
Pour
loud.
Don't worry, not in a few cans of Guinness or cider won't sort out, Jacko, But
Definitely.
look, what I will say to people tonight, just before we kick off, it's a massive opportunity for us to go 5 points clear. Hopefully we don't crumble under the pressure. Hopefully the pressure of it or the opportunity excites us. We go out here and grasp it with both hands tonight. I need a clean sheet for my fantasy football team. That would also be epic and, make it 5 clean sheets out of 10 games this season. That's where the real improvement in this team has come. And look, it'd be nice to go out here and get a demolition job done tonight, Jack. It really would.
Yeah, who doesn't love a demolition job? Indeed, I love a good demolition job, and especially on a Friday night, it just feels like it'd be nice to have a 4-0, 3-0, carrying into the weekend, just a big W of some sort. And recently, we have found it easy against Crystal Palace, but like I said before, I want a big scoreline, but this could be a game in a lot of different ways. And I think Crystal Palace, they have a bit of pressure on them to perform tonight, as I hope do we, right? There's pressure on us to preserve our position at the top of the table, opportunity to go 5 points clear, give yourself that bit of breathing room. The fact that we're even playing first puts the pressure on everybody else, which is nice to see. And let's take advantage of it. Let's put in a good performance tonight here, everybody.
I think we'll be hungry tonight, Jack. I think Postecoglou's words were, he didn't just speak off emotion. He's seen what he's seen, and he thought, okay, how do I get these players not to get carried away heading into the Palace game? I'm picking up where they left off in the second half against Fulham. That's why he rollicked them after the game in the press conference. That's why he highlighted the front three going into tonight's game. I expect Tottenham to get at them nice and early, look to create chances, and this time take the early chances, which turns it into a different game. Let's hope that happens tonight. Hopefully it's not me dreaming, Jack, and it actually happens tonight, lad.
No, well said. Dan Coys, evening, Dave and Jack. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Harris Army. Big up to you, Dan Coys. Thank you for supporting this channel. You always join us on watch along days as well, on match days. You're regular with us on the match days. And even when you're headed to the game, you still put in a comment and still support us. I do appreciate that, Dan. Hope you're all right this Friday evening. And, if you're watching it from on the sofa with us, we do appreciate it. If you're watching it, at the pub, we still appreciate, putting in a comment and joining us this evening. Hopefully the kiddos are all right. And hopefully you have a good weekend, my man. And Spurs deliver you 3 points that, you definitely deserve. And let's take it into this weekend. 3 points. Let's go top the league, Dan. Come on, my man. Appreciate you, brother.
Come on,
and James Coffey as well. Just before we get started with the kickoff there, he's saying Davies is adequate in defensive role, but he's not an attacking left back. Udoji's replacement is Sessegnon, but he's a disaster and needs to go. I think neither are good enough, personally, James Coffey. I think Sessegnon's actually somehow worse than Ben Davies, so maybe I should probably give Ben Davies a tad bit of credit, because I'd actually rather Davies even over Sessegnon. I don't think Sessegnon's really useful in any regard. And then with Ben Davies, it's just, he could probably put in a defensive shift today. Coming up against Jordan Ayew, like I said, he sometimes has a decent moment in him, but, it shouldn't be too much of a test. And we see how he handles it tonight. But I don't have a lot of confidence in Ben Davies personally for me, James. That's just how I feel about it. But big up to you, my man. And all he needs to do is just put in a good 90 minutes. That's really all we need from him. It's not too much to ask. Come on, my man. Big up, James. Thank you for the support, brother.
Look, I do hear what James is saying, but tonight we need more offensive fullbacks than defensive fullbacks. But look,
that's true.
Like I said, let's see what Ben Davies can do. The odd time last season he chipped in with a goal out of nowhere. Who knows? The man might just pop up tonight. Let's wait and see. Let's give him a chance. But I will be on his case if he doesn't perform. But Tottenham coming down the right hand side here, shifting it backwards. Basuma and Sarr trying to play between them. Palace with the press.
Sarr already kind of put in a bad position. Yeah, Sarr already kind of put in a... Yeah, Palace, I think in the first 10 minutes will press us. I wouldn't be surprised. Man. They might try to... Friday night as well, they're going to try to take a bit of energy, at least give the fans, at least some sort of hope in the beginning that they're going to, press and, at least give us a bit of pressure. But eventually, I think they'll sort of drop back into their shape. But they might try to go for an early goal. It wouldn't be a bad idea for them to press in the beginning, see if they can get an early goal, and then, switch tact after that. We often see that from teams like them.
When are they going to learn? We're impressible. Look at Fulham. They had us down trapped in the right-hand side corner in front of the south stand last week, and we still got out. Ball over the top.
Ooh, Romero already looking behind the defense. We need to be doing that right away, I think.
Yeah.
If Palace do want to press high in the beginning, take advantage of that for Spurs. Absolutely take advantage of that because there will be then more space.
Nearly a perfectly flighted ball as well. Jeez, their
Dan Coy
keeper's
saying,
slowing it
watching
down,
on the
isn't he?
sofa with my son. Big up to you, Dan, and also shout out to the little one, my man.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's all right. Hopefully he's enjoying his weekend. I imagine off of school, if he's a young one still off of school going into this weekend, just gets to take his mind off of things, and hopefully Spurs, make the weekend even brighter. Top man, Dan.
Big up, Dan, my man. Big up you and the young lad. Tottenham on the break here down the right-hand side. It's balling behind for Kulu. Can he put on the afterburners? Oh, he's putting on the pressure. Sonny's got
sketchy
across.
touch.
Oh, the
Tyreek
goalkeeper
Mitchell
just
with a
clears
sketchy
it.
touch inside his own penalty area. He even opened up his body. It was almost taken off of him inside the penalty area.
Tyreek Mitchell and Sam Johnston nearly pulling themselves into trouble there. Van de Ven on the ball here, though. Into Mads, back to Van de Ven. He's being put under pressure here by Ayo, and he just deals with it so easily. So comfortable.
Romero.
Honestly, they ask me what I want for Christmas. I just want Van de Ven. Here we go, Papa Matsar.
Pedro
It's a ball in behind. He's still sprinting. Go on, Pap. He's got it. He's on the end of it. He crosses it.
Oh, what a ball. Good ball.
What run by Papa Matsar. What ground. The speed of him.
Oh, Madison tried to zip it into Sonny.
Tries to reverse pass to Sonny. What an engine Sarah's got, Jack.
It's like you blinked and he was already halfway across the pitch. It's like I blinked and he was already just inside the penalty area. I mean, the legs on that kid.
We'll have to start calling him Papa Matt or Bugatti or something like that, Jack. He's that quick.
Might have to get him in alongside Van de Ven for the Spurs 100-meter.
As quick as a car, yeah. Him and Van de Ven can battle out in the Olympics, 500-meter sprint. To Corey.
Ball's back with Crystal Palace. Going down our right-hand side here.
That's shocking by Ward. Van de Ven into Sarr. Come on, Tottenham. I'm feeling an early goal
there you
here.
Go, into Madison. Sir! Yeah, nothing there.
He looked for that, didn't he? He looked for it.
Yeah,
he won't stop us calling for it, though, Jacko.
Touch.
What tackle?
Already getting stuck in.
But Davies open
Davies looking inside. Man, just look to the outside. Look to the outside. That's the thing that we have to look out for here tonight, everybody. Just when Davies receives the ball in those positions, he doesn't even look to the outside. He wants to pass it back inside every time.
Ben Davies.
There you go.
He goes to Richie. There we go.
Richie
loses
sloppy
out
in this first half.
Sloppy. They're going to look to come in behind Ben Davies here, though. Joe Ward is shocking.
Oh my God. Will Hughes is more shocking.
They are so bad. If any other team would have broke on us there.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Papa Sarr.
Honestly, the speed of the guy. Fucking hell. Here he goes again. Papa Sarr.
Get there, Pedro.
Can Pedro Porro get on the end of it? Does well to get out of the way of that. Well done.
Good pressure.
Tottenham putting Palace under a bit of early pressure. Can we create a clear-cut opportunity here inside the first 5 minutes and really set the tempo of this game?
Ben Davies.
He opens up his body.
That's
better.
Richie.
Down to Richie.
Richie, nice pass.
Back heel, back to Richie. Didn't quite come off, but it's all right. Madison picks it up.
There. I can't blame. A good idea from Ben Davies. I'm not going to be hard on him there.
No.
Good idea.
Do you know what? Madison actually doesn't get enough credit for the amount of times he does mop up loose balls and that as well. He does work hard defensively too.
Yeah, loose ball recoveries. Yeah, good point. Nice little interplay between Porro and Kulu. Good try, though. Win that.
Palace trying to play out here. It's Edward onto Will.
They come clean through us.
It's all right. It's all right. Van de
Ven. Out wide to Ayew.
Oh, he has a shot, Vic.
Davies, close him down, man.
He just allows him to shoot there.
How do you just let him have a shot on?
Shifts it back to Joe Ward. They're going for the big, deep ball in. It's cleared by Romero. Papa Matsar flicks it on. Sonny gets a boot to the head. Ref. Yellow.
Oh, he's not giving anything.
Oh, my God.
Hit him in the head.
That's shocking. I suppose you're allowed to do that, Jack. So we're allowed one kick to the head. Oh, don't you dare. Oh, my God. He shoulders him. So you can kick them in the head, but you can't go shoulder to shoulder. What's wrong with this sport? Will Hughes never had a chance there against Van de Ven.
Now, what's concerning, though, is, Ben Davies is no faster than Will Hughes, clearly.
Yeah, very true.
I just realized, Will Hughes was about to run clean through if it wasn't for Van de Ven.
James, Yid Paratrooper says Tottenham away fans are super pumped and loud. That's what we want to hear, my man. Big up the regular, and Scoot reacts as well. Great to see you still here. Ribsy says, listen to Selhurst cheer until they realise Van de Ven is about twice as fast as him. That's the thing, you know. Van de Ven didn't even open his legs either. That's the hilarious thing about it. He just jogged back.
Joe Ward balling behind.
Oh, no. Edward,
no.
what a save by Big Vic!
Oh,
what a
no,
save.
Big Vic saving us already.
That was going in the bottom corner. What a strike by Edward. It's just a stupid pump by Joe Ward. It beats everyone. Good touch by Edward. Good shot. What a save by Big Vic. He done this last week, Jack. He makes big saves and big moments.
There we are.
When the game's in the balance.
In behind to Will Hughes again.
Van de Ven again. Come on, Tottenham, wake up.
Close, though. They're doing something with that. They're catching us out with that ball in behind in that late run.
Palace have looked better going forward than us. What's going on? Madison dropping deep to get on it, and he's just being pressed. Who's shouting at him? Who's letting him know? Ron-bomb.
Come on, boys.
Who wants a Ron-bomb? Hashtag Ron-bomb me in the chat. Let's envision it.
I'd love to see Romero score. He's on the fantasy team.
I need Madison or son. And a clean sheet.
Vicario.
Do I get points for saves that he makes, Jack?
Yeah, if he makes enough saves, he would.
Oh, nice.
And a clean sheet, of course. Want to see that.
Of course we do.
Pop Matsar out wide to Kulu.
Come on, Kulu. Make something happen. You've been quiet.
Good pressure from Tyreek Mitchell. Not a lot to really go there.
A forward line have been non-existent
really
in the first opening 8 minutes.
Yeah, they've been pressuring us in the first 10 minutes, like we sort of said in the beginning. It benefits them to do this because I think they can try to catch us out with a goal early, and they've almost done so far. They've had 2 occasions. They've had 2 better occasions than we have to try to score.
One thing we can't do is let them go 1 up. They'll just sit back on the edge of their own box. They'll even bring in they'll bring in the school bus. They'll start getting the locals to start bringing the cars in. It's a joke. Oh, here we go. Don't go on. Well done, Davies. That's a shocking pass. Into Papa Mazar. No, Ben Davies, he doesn't need to go backwards. He can turn, okay? You're not playing with Dyer anymore. Wake up. Ron-bomb.
Romero. Out wide to Van de Ven.
We're not really doing that and going forward.
Richie, nice pass,
Rich. Got Sonny playing fancy football points. No!
Oh, Sonny and Madison. Did Sonny make the run too early or Madison not see him?
I don't know.
Not see him?
What? Flip Madison's on. He's on side, Sonny.
No, he just doesn't see him. He just doesn't
see him.
Oh, matters.
He's way on as well.
Oh, he's there the whole time. Oh, my Lord. He's on for like 3 whole seconds. Great pass from Richarlison, though. Great first-time pass from Richie.
Ref, he's being abused in the corner.
How'd he get it out of there?
He's just being abused down there. Sar misses that, but Van de Ven picks it up. It's only Will Hughes. Don't panic. Well done. Ref, book him. Book him. Not Big Vic. You cannot touch Big Vic like that or Big Van de Ven. What an opportunity that was, though, Jack.
That was our best chance right there. Best chance right there. Probably, it's hard to say, whether you want to be harsh and say we should have scored, but matters. I don't really know what was going on there. It's hard to tell. It felt like he did see Son, but he just was taking his time. It was one of those.
Yeah. He should have played him.
It's hard to tell.
He should have played him.
Let's see something down this right-hand side, though. We have yet to see, a real move down there.
Yeah.
That's probably our best chance so far.
That was a really bad tackle by Will Hughes there, by the way. I don't know how that went unpunished. Go on, Sar. Go on, Sar. You don't need anyone on your team.
What a touch.
Basuma.
What a touch from Basuma.
Go on. Ref!
Sir!
How many bites?
He trampled.
How many kicks does he want? He's not a bloody piñata birthday party, for fuck's sake.
Romero. Switch a play. Oh, get there, Ben Davies. Well done,
Ben. Picks it up.
Right underneath you. Richie. Oh, good try, Ben Davies. Good try.
Oh, how does that Rich? There? Don't you dare, ref. Oh, you done very well to get out there.
Richie got in his way. Richie got in Ben Davies' way. Well done, Ben Davies. Almost won that high up the pitch for us.
Honestly,
got it stuck under his feet.
Yeah, it was very good play by Davies. Honestly, though, referee needs to start protecting our players. I mean, they were bouncing off Basuma like he's a piñata birthday party, Jack. It's a joke.
Well, and of course, Jordan Ayew gets, one nudge there, and then all of a sudden, it's a foul, even though we've seen that happen to our players just earlier. But I agree. It should be yellow, says Bob being counter from earlier. I agree with that, as Dave said.
I wonder how the referee's told to give leniency to the home side.
Kulusevski. Boro. Gets blocked.
Oh, well done. Ah. Palace surprisingly coming out and trying to play a little, trying to put us under pressure. I didn't expect that.
I think, well, that's the thing, right? You think that they should just sort of sit in that shape for the whole 90 minutes, but I think they are going to back themselves to try to get an early goal if they can, and that would really play into their hands. Really would.
Shawnee Maddox says, unpopular, but I don't think that tackle is a yellow card. Guys, put in the comments, let us know. Do you think that was a yellow? I do think so. Palace on the break with Ayo with the cross.
Thank you, Vic.
Big Vic. Safe hands.
Thank you, Vic.
We need a song for Vicario, guys. Come on. Let me know what you want in the chat. What sort of song can we convert to a Big Vic Venom Vicario song?
Sticky Icky Vicky.
What's that coming over the hill? Is it Vicario? Is it Vicario?
Ian Ferguson, big up to you. Hopefully you're all right this evening.
Oh, there we are. My missus come up with it. Sweet Vicario. Oh, oh, oh. Do you know that Sweet Caroline or whatever it's called? Great song.
I just have the Sunny song stuck in my head still, from
it's
earlier.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah. Out wide to Kulusevski here.
Get turned, man.
Matters. Or Poro, sorry. Sar. Come on, Poro. Lovely.
Oh.
Lovely play,
well done, Kulu.
Come on.
Don't you
Sir! Oh, my Lord!
I guess you're being punished for being strong now, Jack. You're not allowed to be strong anymore.
I just don't know. Like, the referee's just not... He's let things go, and then he does that. Like, what? That's just the weight room, ref. That's what it's called. It's called the weight room.
Palace's weight room isn't open yet. It's still under construction. So it's unfair. It's a joke. Do you know what it is? Palace's weight room, it's in Croydon, so it's probably robbed already. No weights in there.
Vicario. Or sorry, Van de Ven. Anytime it goes to Van de Ven, I keep saying Vicario. Maybe because I love Vic that much. Pedro Porro. Over the top.
Ball.
To Sonny, it's a great ball. Sar. Madison. No one out there on the left to help him. Oh, he's found a whistle for Spurs.
Who was it? Kay beforehand said this referee loves a whistle. He's correct.
He found a whistle for Spurs.
How's that not yellow? Madison's in agony. Oh, he's just stepped on.
A rake of a tackle.
He's just stepped on his shin. Look. Wait for it.
Yeah, he's raked down his leg there.
Right down the back. That's good old school defending. But my God, that hurts. That fucking hurts.
That's not nice.
We had a guy we used to play with. His name was Kenny, right? I was 16 going into the senior team. That name used to be Kenny. Even in training, he'd do that to you, just to stop you from running around.
Probably because he knew this referee was going to be refereeing. So that's probably why.
He was an assassin. He looked scary as well. Here we go, Madison. This is the moment. Madison free kick, Jack. Get ready.
You think he's popping one in from here, Dave? You think he's banging one?
I think Madison fancies it central. If he can get a good,
I'd like to see Poro be given more.
Yeah, I would too.
Basuma souvenir.
Lord. Jesus.
That was only headed up.
You'll find that down in the box park in Croydon. That's a joke.
As much as he's also a very technically gifted player, I think Basuma, like the way he struck that was not really, I think, the way that you're supposed to in that sort of situation.
No.
You have to, if you're going to do that, you have to get it around the wall then, right? Because you can't just hit it like that and expect it to go down. The way you hit that, it was never going to go down.
Ange does not look happy.
It's not a great start, I would be honest.
Win that.
Davies clearance.
Oh, well done.
Nicely done. Richie.
Well done, Richie. Back to Davies.
Well done, Rich. Nice, Davies. Back to Vicario. Way to move it quickly. Dark Sunji saying Madley was the disgraceful ref versus Saudi Arabia versus Korea.
That's the second week on the trot he's had something to do with Korea, these referees. Oh, well done, Sonny. What strength.
Yeah,
1 second, Dark Sunji.
To be fair to him.
Madison on the ball.
Matters.
He's got two on him. Someone help him.
Whip it in.
No one near him to help him. Oh, well done,
Nicely
Basuma.
done,
What tracking back.
Basuma. Whoa.
What the tracking.
What a tackle.
Get
And
out wide.
touch,
Here we
to be
go.
fair, as
Kulu.
well.
Loads of space.
Kulu, come on,
Cause some
man.
damage. It's a ball in. It's
Back
towards back post.
post,
Richie puts it in. Madison!
Header!
Off these lines
Just misses it.
again. Good header by
It's
Richie
hard
to
to
keep
tell.
it in.
Hard to tell if that ball was just too high for him, but it's...
Kulu's first touch there was shocking.
Yeah, it's a difficult skill there for Matters. It's a difficult skill. It's good work
Well
for
kept
Richie
in
to
by
try to get back in
Richie.
play.
Yeah, it's
It's
bouncing
hard to
up.
play. Yeah, it's a difficult skill there. He's got to really get over the top of it.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Look, it's yeah, I know, but he's in training every day, Jack.
And he's supposed to be better away from home. He's supposed to be better away from home. He's supposed to be banging these in away from home.
Dark Sun G
down this left-hand side.
Dark Sun G, let us know what Madley done in that
Right
game.
away.
Let me know, my man. Big up.
Big up, Dark Sun G, my man.
Who else
Hopefully
is
all
still
right.
in this?
Again, what is it? Saturday morning for you? I mean, geez, you're an absolute trooper. Absolute trooper.
Yeah, big up. Big up to all the Aussies as well. It's really early for all the Aussies as well. Big up yourselves. Richarlison.
I'm Richie, man.
That's just...
Didn't even look up.
Well done,
nice.
Saka.
Come on. Turn.
Turn.
Come on, Sonny.
Kulu.
Come on, Sonny.
Go, Kulu.
Play him. There you go.
That's behind him. Sonny's got to whip that round.
Sorry. I think he played a little late as well. Basuma.
Give it to Mads. He's right beside you. Let's go, Madison. The locksmith. Ball to Richie. Back to the locksmith. Madison.
Yep, they're really plugging the gaps in that midfield. Crystal Palace. A lot of bodies in there.
Oh, what's that? Good block there. I'll give it to Palace. They're really pressing our three in midfield. They're not giving them any space or time on the ball whatsoever. Pedro Porro with the throw-in on the right-hand side, just inside the Crystal Palace half. Jack, what do you make of what I said on about him on the the predicted lineup that we haven't really seen, him going forward too much, the last few games? That it's sort of, that's what I really liked about him. Pedro Porro. That's what I really liked about him. He contributed going forward, but that sort of come out his game the last little while.
What a pass. Richie, Meg as well.
Madison back to Richie.
Have a hit.
He has a sighter. Oh, it's blocked. That's corner, no. That's come off the Palace player.
If it hasn't, that's not a great hit. Good pass, though. Oh, woo! Wickets.
Great return by Madison.
No,
he doesn't. He just doesn't catch it.
It's a shit shot.
Ball in effort.
Good initial play again. This is the thing with Richie. He's having good creativity, and then he just does that. Does that. It's frustrating. On your question with Pedro Porro, I just think he's not been as influential, going forward as he has been in other games. And I'm not sure why, because I think he has been getting forward. He's just not effective. And I'm not sure really why that is. But I agree. Yeah. I've noticed the same thing. I feel like we haven't said his name as much recently in games with his creativity.
Yeah.
Oh, good try.
Could really do with him, winding something up for us tonight.
Yeah, we do need him with Ben Davies, on the left, and just sort of in general, I think, just with this sort of low block of Palaces, we will need good
and the thing is,
moments of creativity.
And the thing is, the longer the game goes on like this, the more belief Palace is going to get, Palace are in behind here.
Sure.
Who's that? Schlupp.
Romero, all over Schlupp.
Oh,
Get him, Romero.
Well. Oh, well
what
done.
A tackle.
Oh, my God.
What a tackle. Challenge. What a tackle. Kulu. Nicely done, Kulu.
Back to
get there, Kulu. Get there, man.
Palace are really making this difficult for us. They're all digging in. Just need to be a small bit better on the ball here, and we'll unlock this door. If Madison would have just got that ball across the Sonny that time. Sarr to Romero. Van de Ven just inside our own half. Run with it if there's no one coming. Run with it, kid. All that space. Basuma. Back to Van de Ven. Across to Romero. Papa Matt Sarr now comes out to pick up the ball.
Dark Sun G getting back to you from Pedro Porro though.
Oh, what play?
Good touch from Pedro.
No, you had who's that? Ben Davies. You should have given it to Davies.
Darkson G saying there was a clear pen for Sonny when Madley was refereeing, and he didn't give the pen. Come on, you Spurs.
Why does that not surprise me? They don't give Son
Could that happen
anything.
at some stage tonight? Could that happen at some stage tonight, Darkson G?
Oh, if it does, Darkson G
do it
probably
again?
on the next flight to England. Be down in Pogmal's office tomorrow before Son even gets there.
He'll be sending in a word to the Korean FA, to never get Madley on a game again. Basuma, what a turn. Oh, fired it into Sonny's feet, but not able to return it back.
Jordan Ayew. He's got Van de Ven and Richarlison chasing
Nicely
down.
done, Richie.
Oh,
my Lord!
How the fuck has he given that?
Oh my Lord!
That is disgraceful.
Oh my Lord! Have you seen? It's called a tackle, ref. It's called a tackle.
That's a disgrace.
Oh my God! He's just poked it away. He's not even done anything.
That's a disgrace.
Oh.
Big up Nathan Rowland says,
Holy
come on,
shit.
you Spurs. Come on, you Dave. Come on, you Jack. Big yourself up. Shawnee Maddox says, Paul, I was wondering who David was, but agree, Davies has been poor. Tyler's calling for Gil Messi. James Watkins says, Liverpool is so funny. He said he isn't trying to cause any fight yet. He wants us to lose. Ban this clown, please. Where is he? Whoever he is, he can just fuck off.
Yeah. I haven't seen too much, at least from what I've noticed. Not too much spamming or anything.
Paul Markey said David has been a disaster. I hope you don't mean me, my man. I think he does mean Ben Davies, though.
He said, sorry, I meant
I hope he means Ben Davies.
Paul, hopefully don't bring on, Skippy at the same time, because I know you'll then just be having an absolute meltdown,
no.
if that ever happens.
If they give this as a penalty.
Are they looking at something?
Yeah, Ben Davies heads it off Richarlison's arm.
There's no way. How's that a penalty?
Come on, just get on with it. Yeah, we go. Brad.
Come on. That's ridiculous.
What do you think, Ben Davies been a disaster so far?
Come on, lads. I think he's not been as bad as I thought he would. He's not been as assuringly defensively, though.
Yeah.
But defensively, I think he's not given me a lot of confidence, to be honest. I think in possession, he's not been as terrible as I thought he would be. But I just think defensively, there's already been some moments that I do kind of question. Like Jordan Ayew looks like he could score against him.
Kulu.
Pop my
Sar. Sar pulls it back. It's a corner kick. No, it's a goal kick. Fucking hell. Sar's getting frustrated as well. He's just not a Doji. I think that's one thing I just noticed. He just doesn't give us that down the left-hand side of what a Doji gives us. But look, he hasn't cost us yet. It's only 24 minutes in. Come back to me at halftime, Paul Markey. Come back to me at halftime, my man. This is getting a frustrating game, Jacko.
Sorry, with a bit of one of those moments, that someone as myself, a Yank, would be very, commonly found, doing, hitting the standing foot and kick the standing foot instead of the right foot. Falling behind, come out, Vic.
There we are. Hugo Lloris would have backed off to his goal line there. How many times have we seen him do that? Pedro Porro.
Gonna have to fasten some more chances here. It's at the moment very close game, very tight knit game at the moment. Basuma, ooh, a little risky from Basuma. Ooh, be careful, man. Be careful.
Ben Davies need to
be careful. This is what I mean. When you try to pull off stuff like that, then you might lunge out. You might lunge out, Basuma. When you do things like that, you don't want to pick up that yellow.
Romero.
Matters or Porro, sorry.
Now give it to Basuma. He's there.
See, Sonny. Oh, good run, Sonny.
Who's that?
Matters. Great touch.
Ref, he's bloody all over me. Fucking, oh my God. How's he not giving these? They're literally clawing down the back of his heels every time he moves. Punish him. Let's go, Tottenham. Come on, Richie. Punish him.
Come on, Rich. Take him on. See, Davies. Take him on, Rich.
Run, Davies. With a bit of purpose.
Too heavy. Too heavy. Too heavy.
Davies needs to burst outside him with purpose.
Well done, Basuma. Be careful, man, though.
Madison picks it back up. He's on. Oh, it's good clearance. Richie picks it up. Oh, what was that? Don't foul. No need to foul. Well done. Here we go, Basuma. Someone run. Madison. Richie on the outside. Brings players with him. Madison, which way are you going? Oh my God, which way is he going?
Back post!
Oh, who's there? Kulu, you gotta be there, man. It's gone all the way across. Kulu picks it back up to Sar. Nice. Sar, good ball to Sonny. No one wants to give the
Decided
ball to
against
Kulu.
me.
What was that? What the fuck was that? Van de Ven gets it under control. Well done. Go on, go on, go on. Oh. Oh.
Oh, is that not ours? Come on, Rich.
It's just not working down that left-hand side, Jack, the two of them.
No, I wouldn't say the right-hand side has produced a lot either.
No.
You need one of them to produce something.
Someone needs to do something. Al Ben says, careful of this referee. Why do we need to be careful, Al Ben? Let us know, brother.
Well, he's not been great so far. I think that's why.
Yeah, true. We definitely don't want Basuma getting that yellow either. Pedro Porro, go on, Basuma. Go on. Ref, fucking card now. Does he have his cards? Someone pat him down, see if he's got them. They're getting away with every single challenge they're making. Come on, Tottenham. Start getting on the ball, moving it around with a bit of purpose.
Ed Sweeting saying game is at a critical point here. We can't get frustrated and concede. It's going to be very difficult if we go a goal down. Write this out and we can be better. I like that attitude there, Ed. And I think that's solid analysis right now. It is at a crucial point here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Big up, my man.
Top man, Al Ben. Do appreciate support. And this referee is not giving me good vibes. Absolutely right.
Come on, Tottenham. Let's go. Let's do something. Let's find him a move here. Run bomb. Out to Sarin. Plenty of space. Use it. Good ball.
Porro.
Porro.
Get there, Kulu.
Fucking hell, man. He's just running into nowhere with that. Wins it back, though. Kulu. Sar into Madison. He wants to take control. It's good ball.
Nice, Matters. Good try. Good try.
Someone give me some matchsticks. Keep my bloody eyes open. This game's boring the crap out of me. Come on, we're so much better than this. I haven't strung three proper passes together.
King Otto says, I'm confident we'll get an opening and take it. Let's hope that I think we will get an opening, King Otto, but it's about us taking it.
You just can't even string three passes together going forward right now. Big Rich wins. No one there for seconds. Ball played in behind Davies. Will Hughes ain't getting that. He's so slow. He's going to score tonight, isn't he? You can tell. I'm slagging him off. He's going to come out.
He's had a clean pair of heels in behind a few times.
Yeah, he's that third man running over from midfield. Van de Ven wins a throw in. Ben Davies, just give it back to Vic. Give it to Vicario. Back to Van de Ven.
Oh, lovely.
Sells a dummy to I think it was Edouard. Come on, use that right hand side. They're all pushed over. It's too slow. Papa Matsar into Porro. Here we go. Fucking Jesus. Porro. It's a pass behind him anyway, and then he just shit touch. Do it. Oh my God. So frustrating. Well. Papa Matsar has to be better, but that pass has to be better. Porro's first touch is shit.
Come on, lads. Let's wake up here.
Can't string three passes going to forward. If he just got that under control, we create an opportunity there. Oh no, Edouard. Oh, Van de Ven's there. It's all right. Who's that on the ground? Romero. I think he got an elbow to the face there. VAR, we're going to get a check.
The referee, there will be nothing for it.
We're going to get a check by VAR. Let me see. Oh my God.
So he literally looked into him and then just did that. So he's just looked into him. He's not even looking at the ball, ref. He's not even looking at the ball.
Did he not give one against Sonny for a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge there about 5 minutes ago, and he hasn't given that one? And Edouard literally went off course of the run he was making to literally bowl over Romero. Like he's gone off course. Dark Sun G, you were right.
Referee has not given a single yellow card for any of these challenges so far. Not given a single yellow card for any of these.
Honestly, the more I watch this sport, the more it's turned into American football. You're just allowed to dive at people.
And someone said, he likes to give a lot of fouls, but he doesn't like giving cards.
Yeah, that was K before the game. Yeah, spot on. We haven't helped ourselves, though. We're not moving the ball with any purpose.
This is true. Richie.
Ref,
Sir,
ref.
can we get the whistle blown, please?
Oh my God, you're gonna have to. Honestly, just send the assistant down. Send Kit Boy down to go and get another jersey. He's just pulling it off him. Van der Ven. Over to the Rambam. Back to VDV. Come on. Come on, Spurs.
Someone needs to come short. Someone needs to drop deep there.
Oh,
well done, Van der Ven. Well done.
That's 10. That's an accumulation of fouls. That's about fucking 10. When is he going to pull out the yellow card?
He stepped on him again. Did he actually double step on him?
It's a joke.
Spurs players seem to not be enjoying these tackles.
I don't blame them.
King Hoddle, Palace are boring and dirty. Steve D, I've maybe become overly deluded, but Palace clearly have a game plan to press high with energy. They will fade and the space will come, in my opinion. They won't sustain this. At some stage, I agree, Steve D. They will likely drop back. I don't think they should be playing, with a sort of high press, or it's not even like they're really high pressing us. I think they are just sort of engaging with us higher up than we expected. And then also they are picking their moments to, crash in on the ball and try to win the ball back in, sort of key areas to win, kind of a counterattack or, or break of some sort. So I think they have played slightly differently to what we expected. But the one thing they are doing well that I think all of us expected, Steve, was that they were going to block up the midfield and they are going to block up those gaps in the middle. And I think they've done that successfully so far. And that we've had to go down our wide areas. And so far, Kulusevski, Pedro Porro not making a huge impact. Ben Davies, Richarlison not really making the biggest impact either. Need somebody to make an opening down our sides here, or we need just a moment of brilliance, from a player, with either a good run in behind and then matched with a good pass. Because there is that space in behind right now. They are leading a tiny bit of space in behind, with a nice clip ball if we can fasten it.
I'll be honest, if we don't go in 1-0 up and we don't improve, I can see Postecoglou making changes at halftime.
Yeah, I think he would be rightfully frustrated.
I can see him making changes at halftime because he gave the warning signs. He gave the warning out in the press, after the game and before this game. He gave the warning to the players. Papa Matsar, can he make something happen to Kulu? Kulu just being nonchalant. No, that wasn't Kulu. That was Porro. Papa Matsar again there, though. Don't you dare, ref. Kulu picks it up. Ref, how many more bites? To Davies. To Richie. Richie, nice. Good pass into Basuma. Basuma onto Madison.
Matters.
He's just running into trouble. Doesn't want to give away the free kick either.
Be careful.
Hey, you're running at Basuma. Don't give it. Oh, well
done, Basuma.
Madison, press him forward. Ball's with Mitchell. Or Gray, sorry. Gray to Anderson. It's a ball over the top. He finds him. It's in behind Ben Davies. Look at Flash.
Well done.
Holy shit, done, Flash was quick.
Doing the defending for us. Thank you, sir.
Oh my God, Ben Davies has 4 yards on him. He's running away from him. He's not even running towards the ball.
He's literally letting Mickey Van de Ven do it for him. And that's his man, and he's letting him do it for him. He's literally just running away so Mickey Van de Ven can do the defending for him. He is useless defensively. I'm sorry.
He is
Davies.
crap.
He is useless defensively.
He ran away.
It's not been as... We're also noticing the lack of, dynamism down this left-hand side because he's not great going forward. But if I were to really hard, hone in on something he's not doing well enough, he is shocking defensively in a back four. He just doesn't do anything.
We'll use with the corner. This is where Spurs will concede if they switch off. Big Vic. Venom claims it. Let's go. Quick one. Fucking run, Spurs players. Oh, jogging out. Bit of purpose here. You're top of the league. It's on you to go and win these games. Some teams aren't going to give it to us. They don't have Dyer and Sanchez in the team. Porro.
Pedro, good ball.
Great ball to Sonny.
Good ball.
He's got
Sonny.
He just ignores the runner Richarlison. To Sarr. Sarr finds Richie. Richie with it down the left-hand side. What can he do? Come on, please find a pass. Please, Rich. Oh, it's a good cheeky ball.
Good pass.
To Kulu. He keeps it in. Well done. Good idea.
Good try. Good try.
I give it to Porro. Get it in, Porro. Right. You deliver it. Your class. Into Sar.
There you go, Sar.
Basuma.
Nice.
To Porro.
All right, that's fine.
Now we're balling.
There you go.
Now we're balling. Van de Ven.
There you go.
Great passes.
Come on. There you go, Richie.
Into Ben Davies.
There you go. Come on.
Madison. Oh, son. So close to getting on the end of it. This is better, though. This is much better from Tottenham. Threat substitutions by Dave, and they're all waking up.
Good work. That was probably one of our better moves in a while.
Yeah, much better. Let's put another 2 or 3 of them together in quick succession. We'll be 1-0 up. Johnson just boots it long. Straight over to Ben Davies' side. No surprise there. Richarlison wins it, though. So does Basuma into Sonny. It's just gone over his head. AU takes it down. Well
nice,
done.
Basuma. Nice, Rich. Nice, Basuma.
Good
Come on,
out,
Pedro. There you go, Pedro.
Sonny. You've got Madison on Richie.
Great pass.
Madison!
Matters!
Took off his ball. What defending? Who was that getting back there? Slupper to Corey.
It is good defending.
What defending? What's that for?
What's happened there? What's he given?
He's giving a free kick out. He's giving a free kick out because Madison went to take a shot.
Good pass, Sonny.
Yeah, he's giving that as a free out. That's shot.
He's giving a free for that. Of course he has, because he has to protect every
single What about that shoulder challenge on Son after he passed the ball? Nothing there.
What that pull that you see what Sonny was trying to hold up the ball. He pulled his full arm backwards. After that, he didn't even give a single advantage for it. Oh my lord! So, I would say Madison though needs to be slightly more switched on.
Yeah,
I would say that touch. He's taking too many touches at times. His pass has been a little heavy.
We just need to speed things up a little.
It's tough to criticize him there, though. It's tough to criticize him there. It's it's a good defending.
It's a Palace corner. This is exactly what they're looking for. Watch Edouard. Watch Anderson. Watch Decore. All big guys.
Dan Coy saying Van de Ven has saved us already enough times this game. I agree with you, Dan. I think it's already a worry down that left-hand side. Davies is just not doing any of the defending that we need him to, and Van de Ven is having to do 2 people's jobs right now.
Will Hughes on the corner, floating in from the left-hand side. It's curled out.
Oh, they win it.
Who's that? Ben Davies with a shit clears the edge of the box. Fucking hell, straight to a
Thank you, Richie.
It's a shit clearance by Davies. It's a ball played in behind.
That's out.
AU does well to keep that one in. Fucking hell. He does Pedro Porro. He delivers it, pulls back. It's a free ball. Well done, Richie.
Damn.
It's gone out for a corner.
Come on, lads. Can't let him get it across there.
This is where we're at our weakest, these aerial set pieces, aerial bombardment. How does AU keep that in? Ben Davies is just standing. Look, he's just standing behind Pedro Porro.
Take him from him as well. What is this
the whole point
letting
in
other
standing
people
behind
just
Porro?
defend? That's his man again. Ayu is his man. Why is he just letting people just defend Ayu for him? What is this problem?
The whole purpose of him standing behind Porro is if Edouard goes one way, he can get the block on. He doesn't even do that. Shocking. We'll use with another corner. It's the in-swinger. Big Venom claws it clear. Palace still keep it alive through through Edouard. He fancies a run at Porro. He gets the cross in towards back post. No! Will Hughes keeps it alive. Don't foul him, Madison.
That's ours.
That ours? It's another corner kick.
They give it out as a corner. It's not a corner. That went off his fucking foot.
Oh, it's another corner kick. This is what Palace live for.
No, that's not a corner.
Even the linesman willing them to put in a good ball. Look at him. Come on, mate. Something top of the league. Put one in. Dickhead. Get it cleared. It's cleared to the edge of the box. Again, it's Joe Ward. It's gone over. Come on, Tottenham. Wake up, man.
Another corner? Are they just making this up at this stage?
Oh, my God.
I didn't see that go off anyone. Even
Will Hughes is laughing. Even he's laughing. Come on, Tottenham. Please stay switched on. You've already defended 6 of them. Why not do 7? Oh, come on. Will Hughes with the delivery. It's an outswinger. It's a free header. It's gone over. Vicario sprinting to get ball. I love it. Who does he rise above? Oh, he just gets above every Spurs player in that vicinity, really.
Come on, Tottenham.
There's no movement. Van de Ven going on the outside to Richie.
Richie, what the fuck,
there?
man?
Where was he even looking to? There was no one even behind him.
I don't even know what he was attempting. I don't even know what the fuck he's attempting. Jesus, man.
This is where he lets himself down. He's done some good things, and then he lets himself down with shit teams
Just a
like
donkey.
that.
He just pulls off donkey moments like that, and we already have a donkey defending behind him in Davies. It's not
Our left-hand
really
side has to be switched up at half-time. One of them have to come off. The right-hand side need to wake up too, actually. Pedro Porro hooks it straight back to the Lerma. Guehi with Son pressing him. Our press hasn't been great today either, by the way. It's not been as effective as it was against Fulham. Pedro Porro into... Oh, well done, ref.
Lovely.
Ref actually gives it to us this time. Come on, get it underway. Basuma. Back to Romero. Romero looking for runners, looking for people. Who wants it? No one really wants it. Vicario. Oh, this is becoming a long
one. Vic.
Even Vicario's telling people to move. This is getting embarrassing. Romero.
Move to the left there for him, Basuma.
All we've done is pass it between Vicario, Romero, and Van de Ven. It's pissing me off. It's really pissing me off. It's like 9 passes across the back line. Who wants it in midfield? Someone drop in and get it and say, give me that fucking ball. Or Romero goes on the run. Oh, it's all right. Basuma picks it back up.
Got to step up as well. Come on, lads.
Madison pulled out of that one there. Or Porro did. He'll give that, though, won't he? He'll give that, won't he? Yeah. No, he hasn't. Oh, my, he doesn't even know what he's doing.
No. I think they took it quickly. I think they took it quickly.
Sonny on the press.
Come on, Sonny. Put some pressure on, man.
Him. Well done, Kulu.
Good pressure.
Romero does well to deal with that. Porro.
Come on, Porro.
Right. 4 minutes left. 3 minutes left. Come on, the fuck.
Come on, lads.
It's getting really frustrating. To Romero.
I don't know if we've even had a shot on target. Come on, boys.
Players are starting to walk. This is what's annoying me. Like, the onus is on us to go and kill these teams off when you're at the top of the table. It ain't just going to happen. Van de Ven to Madison. Ref, Ayu's just
can we get a hold of these late challenges, please?
Yellow card, maybe?
I mean, at least, are you just going to have another discussion with them about it? I mean, how many tea time parties do you need to have with these players after they put in these late tackles, man? Just pull out a card.
It's disgusting, though, isn't it? It's absolutely disgusting.
Madison, Jesus, the fourth heavy pass of the night.
Oh, I'm going to scream, Jack. I'm going to scream. It's becoming very, very, very frustrating, man. Ange Postecoglou is fuming. Look at him. He is ready to blow at halftime. There'd be boots flying at halftime. He's ready to explode.
Get the hairdryer out.
He's ready to explode, lads. You can see it in him. He's bubbling. They will get a rollicking at halftime.
Been very pleased with himself in comparison.
Of course he is. This is what Roy Hodgson wants. Oh, he's actually given us something for once. Can we get a ball, please? Van de Ven. Romero. Don't do another 4 across the back line. Get it going forward. Here we go to Kulu. Don't go back, please. Van de Ven. I like to move it. Some stage today. Let's go. Back to Romero if I see this again. Oh, no.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, lads.
Porro to Sar to Kulu. He slips over. He's been fucking
Kulu, man.
atrocious. Wake
He's
up!
done nothing tonight.
Anytime the ball's
Kulu
come
has
near him, he's
not even
bounced off him.
touched
He's done
anything over
absolutely
there.
fuck all. Van de Ven, you've been calling for it. Go and do something. Well done. Ball to Madison. They've just asked Ben Davies to go central. Like, he's that shit on the ball. Madison has dropped out to left back.
Yeah, I think
Sar.
that's actually what's happened.
I think it is, lad. Kulu. Oh, great ball.
Pedro,
it's a shit control again. Sar, ball towards back post. Richie! Johnston claims.
Too much on.
That should bring it to half time.
Should, yep.
Oh, I'm fuming. I'm absolutely livid.
I think I've come to realize. I feel like I've come to realize we barely even said Kulusevski's name down that right-hand side. To be honest, I feel like I've not even said his name really much at all. And there's really barely any players I could say that I've said much of anything, good about so far this half. Really. Yeah. Halftime. I think Crystal Palace have somewhat surprised us with not sitting as deep as maybe we expected. But at the same time, I think they have sort of started to sit back into a relative shape of some kind where they've blocked up the gaps. They've blocked up the midfield. They've also as well made, life uncomfortable on us where they've, put in some late challenges. They've been a little, what would you call it, Dave? Kind of a little naughty, a little nasty with some of the challenges that they put in on us, to make us uncomfortable, getting our heads a little, make us sort of look twice, when trying to turn and everything like that. They're putting some hard challenges into us. I think that's, clever by them. There's not much you can do about that. You just have to sort of keep your composure, keep your head. It's really just more, I think, a lack of, sharpness really from certain players. Yeah. I think Richie's not been nearly as sharp as he was last game against Fulham. I would say Ben Davies will probably get onto at some stage. I think he's just proven to be useless. And I think in a way, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think I'm starting to get a little proven right on how that is, a problem for us, for the future if, he has to play instead of Udoji. But I think we'll touch on that in a second. The midfield, Madison, it's really not his sharpest performance. I don't think he's been playing bad by any means, but there's been some moments where the pass could be a little better, touch could be a little better, those sort of moments. Basuma, I actually think has been all right. I think Basuma, has done his job so far, and he also has to be, well behaved, as we do know. Can't say much about the center backs. Actually, Mickey Van de Ven's had a great game just because he's had to basically do two-person's jobs defending down that left-hand side right now. So I can't fault him. Vicario's already pulled off a great save to keep us in it. And Richie's, like I maybe mentioned in the beginning, a bit of a donkey. And that right-hand side, non-existent. Literally have said nothing about it. Pedro Porro, Kulusevski, I haven't said anything almost about that right-hand side whatsoever. And I'll let you in, Dave. But I don't know. Almost nobody can I really give any praise to. Maybe Basuma, Vicario I could give a little praise to. But other than that, really not much.
I'll be honest, Jack. I've
and Van de Ven for doing another man's job because he's already paid his own wage to do his job. Why he should be paid Ben Davies' wage then for this game.
Oh, lad, I'm fuming. I've got a lot to say. I'm going to sum it up very quickly. I'm going to start with the referee before I get into the team. Referee's absolutely fucking shocking. He's letting their players rake down the back of our players' legs, down the Achilles, very, very sore. And he is refusing to pull out a yellow, which means they now have license to go and do the exact same in the second half. So the referee has not helped. But look, when it comes on to our team, Jack, I'm fuming. I'll start with Pedro Porro. He's being a dickhead out there. Let me be brutally honest. Anytime the ball comes near him, he's doing all these shitty, fancy first touches, and it's not working. Just resort back to basics. Get it under control and move the ball. When we're 3-4-0 up, that's when you can start doing them little tricks and flicks and first touches and all. Until then, just do the basics. Kulu, every time the ball goes near him, it's bouncing off him, and he's pissing me off. He needs to wake up and do something. Van de Ven and Romero, the ball's way too slow coming out of the back. Yeah, all I keep saying is Romero to Vicario to Van de Ven to Romero to Vicario to Van de Ven. One of them, if no one's dropping deep to get on the ball, one of them needs to take responsibility, use the space that's there, run into it, draw Palace players out and play through them. Don't want to do that. Brings me on to left back. Ben Davies is that bad. For the last 5 minutes, we asked him to move into centre midfield and Madison out there on the ball. That's how atrocious he is. He's doing nothing on the ball, and in behind, Van de Ven has to save his bloody ass, and I'm sick of him. Haul him off. You go into into midfield. Papa Matasar, Basuma and Madison are trying, but they're being pressed. And they need to learn how to handle it. They're taking too much time on the ball. They're not moving it quick enough. Richarlison, he's trying. He does some good things, but then he undoes it with absolutely donkey moments, and it's pissing me off. We need fluidity. And then you go to Sonny, he's had absolutely no service. And
he had a chance to score and he didn't get it, right? He had a tap in and we didn't play him because Madison, held on to it. And then there was another occasion as well where no one played him and he was clean through.
Yeah. And Postecoglou was absolutely right with what he said before the game, with the fluidity and that of the front three. It's been non-existent. Anytime we have gone into the final third, we can't create fuck all because first touches, shit crosses, overhit passes, underhit passes. They need to wake up. They already think they've won the league. They already believe their own hype. Look, I think they'll get a rollicking. I'd make substitutions, Jack. I really would.
And Paul Markey is getting us started with that, Dave. He's pretty much said straight away that we need to get Davies and Richie off the pitch. In the case of Davies, Paul, I think two people are doing his jobs for him right now. And Dave just brought it up towards the end there. Madison is now playing as a left back to receive the ball in these areas. So at least we can move the ball a bit quicker. And probably because Ben Davies is not even standing in the right positions that he needs to. He usually ends up hiding, likes to sort of play in a position where, he's not really open. So you're not really going to pass it to him. And now we're just forcing, James Madison to do his job for him on that left-hand side. And defensively, Van de Ven, I think, has been doing his job for him for the most part this evening. In Richarlison's case, I agree with what Dave's just said there. He'll have one decent moment where he'll, have a nice bit of play. He's had a few sort of nice passes, in behind into the box. And then he meets it with just an absolute donkey, just useless moment afterwards. And it's not really helpful because you need to have a bit of fluidity. You can't have one good moment matched by a complete, terrible moment afterwards because it leads to this choppiness. It leads to this sort of inconsistency that, it doesn't really breathe confidence into the rest of the players. If everybody else is a bit off it, if everybody else is not as sharp as you, let them, know that. Show that, you're the one that's on it today. Try to create for them. Try to show that consistency. Richie just hasn't been doing that tonight. And I would absolutely think about changes on that left-hand side. I would think about changes on the right-hand side too, Paul, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if, now's the game to really throw in Emerson, but I think Pedro Porro really is not offering as much, going forward as we used to get from him. I think, I don't know how much better Emerson's going to be, but Pedro Porro has been pretty non-existent. And then Kulusevski, I think Richie's been pretty poor, but I think Kulusevski's been non-existent. And I'm not sure which one is worse because at least Richie is, trying things down that left-hand side where it feels like Kulu is just not even open. And even when he has received it, it's sort of just bounced off of him. It's not really been in good positions. It's just not really, it's been a non-existent performance from Kulu. He's known as the guy that has created the most chances from open play this season, right? He's created some of the most chances of any winger in the Premier League, and I've not seen that tonight whatsoever down that right-hand side. So I would think about changes in the winger areas. Brian Hill seems like somebody we might need to get into this game. And
perfect for today.
We'll eventually need to talk about Davies more, but Dave, just a quick caveat. Would you think about sort of changes in the winger areas and the forward areas? Take Ben Davies off straight away?
Look, Ben Davies has to come off. You look at our press last week, and it's something I highlighted before the game where it will have an effect. Our press last week was so effective, we pressed Fulham into giving us the ball back. Our press is non-existent today. It's absolutely non-existent. We're not forcing our game on them. And that has to do with Ben Davies as well. If the front three go and the midfield go, there's an outball, and they're targeting. Sam Johnson just gets the ball and he hoofs it straight over to Ben Davies' side, knowing he's going to get joy. He has to come off. I don't know who you're going to bring on because I'll be brutally honest. Emerson ain't the answer to come on down that right hand side, down that left hand side today.
Davies is supposed
he's
to be doing his job.
It ain't going to help. It ain't going to help Richarlison. Today is a day for someone like Gil Messi who wants to come on, make an impact. We've seen it all last season under Conte. Even though he knew he wasn't in favour, whenever he came off the bench, he pressed, he harassed, he harried. And when he got the ball, he was direct. He drove at people and he wanted to make things happen. You need some of this today. It's too sluggish out there. It's way too slow. People are just going through the motions. It's not good enough. If I was Andrew, I would be making a substitution at half-time to wake these fuckers up. He's already given them the warning after the Fulham game. He gave them another warning in the pre-match press conference, and they're still doing that tonight. He has to make a statement at halftime.
I agree. Jerome with a super chat saying Udogie is a big miss because Davies is getting cooked on that left-hand side. Jerome, I'm not sure if you've been able to catch any of the podcasts or some of the recent videos that Dave and I have been doing about what we sort of need this January. It's one that I've sort of been kind of stubborn about. Let's be frank. It's kind of the one that I just have foreseen, that I just don't rate Ben Davies as a left back in a back four. I don't think he offers enough going forward. And I think recently he's shown that he's not defensively reliable whatsoever. I think if we didn't have Van de Ven down that side next to him, Jordan Ayew probably would have already scored by now, because Davies just doesn't look keen on making a challenge, doesn't look keen on even getting close to his man. We've seen on a few occasions he's let someone else do the defending for him when he's watched the guy make the run right in front of him. He's staring at the guy making the run, and he still lets a different defender come track back, win the ball from him instead of him, Ben Davies, tracking the run himself and winning the ball back for us. I really am concerned about his defensive abilities down that side. He just doesn't seem to back his own pace, doesn't really back himself in the one-on-ones because he's not getting close enough. He'd rather just sort of sag off. I'm very, very worried about him defensively, because that's where you would rather him be good going forward. Maybe you just want one or the other. You either want him to be solid defensively, maybe not so great going forward, or maybe really good going forward, and then maybe, a bit of a risk defensively. At the end of the day, he is a backup. He's not the starting left back. We know that. And so he will have sort of some worries, or he will have maybe some weaknesses. But he's showing that he can't do both right now. And that is a major concern, because he needs to do one or the other. He's not doing either. And that's where I can't also blame Ange, because Steve D has sort of said, isn't it a privilege, that we're already, having these sort of kind of expectations on the team? And I agreed, Steve D, but I just don't, it's sort of a free, he said also, we can't put too much pressure on Ange, because of, he's forced into this decision. I agree. I sort of said that in the beginning. Well, I think we're not playing as well as we should be. Well, maybe Ange does need to probably think about making some changes. He's giving Ben Davies his chance here, and he's just not taking it. And he's now realizing that he can't really rely on certain players to be that backup, to fill in case there's a guy in the starting position that needs a rest or comes up with an injury, and you need someone to put in a good shift. That's all we needed. 90 minutes of a good shift today, and he's not able to do that. And this is where you feel bad for Ange, don't you?
Look, Jack, it's an absolute joke. It's everything that I've seen there in that first half reminds me of all the years gone by from Ben Davies. Scared when there's an opportunity to be a success story. Crumbles under pressure to the point where he can't even do what some people tell me he was good at, which is defending. But that left-hand side is so unbalanced, it's throwing the rest of the team out. And the reason why I say that is we've seen with Madison and Son this year. They've got us over the lines. Porro, it has to be changed. Look at the stats. Dominating possession, nearly 300 passes in that half, and yet we've created only 3 chances, and none of them have been clear-cut. None of them. It's absolutely not good enough. We have to have more purpose in what we're doing. People would want to be looking at themselves in the mirror, but that left-hand side has to be sorted out. It's throwing everything else out of sync.
Yeah, and you can't be disjointed. You can't be lopsided. At the moment, I think we are. And we're usually, relying on sort of kind of the creativity, on sort of kind of our best players in the middle. We need our players out wide today, and we're not getting it from either fullback. I don't think, like I said before, even, Pedro Porro's really, ripped up enough trees tonight to really, warrant, kind of any sort of praise whatsoever. And kind of even the case of Kulusevski, who's, like I said, been our chief creator, one of our chief creators this season, has created nothing down that right-hand side, really, in my opinion. I think it's actually, if we've had any sort of moments, it's actually been down the left-hand side, sort of, but I would say still not good enough, really. And so there's some worries, and I think there will need to be changes. And I feel bad for Ange that, he's thrown in some guys that I think he said before, maybe because he sort of had to say it, but he did say that guys like Ben Davies, etc., have sort of been working really, really hard, been waiting for this chance, waiting for this opportunity, and clearly just once again showing that he's not good enough to really take it there. I do think changes need to be made quickly. It's just not really like there was anybody that showed any sort of sign that they were going to be much better in the second half. Like, they really just, a lot of them did not look sharp enough, did not look like they were up at the races. I'm not going to give tiredness really much of an excuse either. That seems silly to, put it down to, us only playing, on Monday. I mean, every other team has to go through it. So it's just, it'd be ridiculous. And also certain players tonight, like a Ben Davies, who's never played all season, has probably been desperate to get some minutes tonight as well. So it's just, I can't really buy into that either, really. So it's just, they have to figure it out. They have to switch on.
Of course, that's all it is, Jack, is they have to switch on. Look, you can't blame tiredness. I mean, you ask most players, and I've had most players say this during podcasts and interviews and everything else, they'd rather be playing matches than training. So there's no excuse for it. There's absolutely no excuse for tiredness or anything. It's just a lack of one. See, I think what we're failing to understand is we're top of the league. We're the ones everyone wants to shoot down. We're going to come up with more. We're going to come up against teams that are going to more and more play this way against us. But what we're doing is we're falling into that trap, just expecting something will fall our way.
Yeah.
No, the onus is now on us to go at these teams, to move the ball around with a bit of pace, a bit of purpose, try different things, people running, of players on the ball, to break these down. The onus is on us. They're coming in just to sit in and take a point. By us doing what we done in that first half is exactly what they want. It's not good enough. And then players have to switch that mindset.
Yeah, we're about to get kicked off here as well. And Emerson is on. I can tell.
Well, Jack, we knew it was going to happen when Ben Davies moved into centre midfield for the last 5 minutes.
Wow, that says so much, though, everybody. I mean, this guy is literally paid to be a left back in our team, paid to be a left back, and we have now put Emerson in instead. I mean, that just shows that. I think tonight, Van de Ven, as well as who is it that's been sort of, doing his work for him? Madison, Emerson, they should all collect Ben Davies' wages tonight. Yeah. They really should. Ben Davies, what on earth is he offering us? What on earth is he offering us if he can't do a 90-minute job against Crystal Palace as a left back? Can't do it. He needs someone else as a right back to do it for him. And he needs others. I mean, this guy does not deserve his wages this week. I'm sorry.
Says it all.
That's pathetic. Actually pathetic.
Says it all. Paul Markey says Gill won't handle the physicality of CNN Palace. Look, what I will say is we say that, but he absolutely destroyed them last time out here. Destroyed them.
Yeah, and it's pretty much the same team that he practically came up against, I would say. So we'll see if he can be called upon. But he's kept the same forward line, Paul, and he's made no other changes by the looks of things other than Ben Davies. So that probably says a lot about that left-hand side. Well, it just says a lot about that left-hand side. Clearly, he had issues with that left-hand side, if that's where he felt like not even taking off Richie. Because maybe if he took off Richie too, you would think, okay, maybe he's just frustrated with both of them. But the fact that he's specifically only taking off Davies, I think, says a lot.
Well, it just goes to show that he wasn't doing what he needs him to do in this formation. But it's making a statement. I like that from Ange Postecoglou. I said it many times last year. Conte should have made subs at half-time and maybe let himself down in that regard. But, brilliant from Ange Postecoglou. I like that. And look, he'll come out in the press and protect them. Oh, he picked up a knock. Oh, Van de Ven. He'll come out and protect him in the press saying he picked up a knock or something. But we know that's not the case. Romero.
Come on, lads.
Good ball out here too, Porro.
Pedro.
You've got acres of space.
Pedro. Good ball.
No one gambles at the front post. Stabbed away back to Romero.
That's an area we need Pedro in, though, more. He's not gotten into those areas tonight.
But tonight, simple. Kulu comes inside. Porro goes on the outside. Simple.
There we go.
Porro.
There you go, Pedro. Close.
It's a ball in behind here.
Behind, though.
Oh, Van de Ven. Look at Red.
Sir!
What speed. Oh, what speed. I love it.
He's won every race this season. He's won every race this season, and he will win every race this season. Ball in behind for Matters. Not enough on it. Win that. Thank you, Kulu. See Pedro.
Give it to him. Someone people get in the box.
Get in there. Damn it. Can't let that get blocked, Pedro. Got to put in a better ball. Porro's getting much more involved, though. Finally, saying his name a lot more. I felt like we never even said his name in the first half. This is what should happen in the first half.
Why are we waiting 45 minutes in the game? You're right, Jack. What really frustrates me and annoys me, why are we waiting 45 minutes into a game?
He's brought up the hairdryer, hopefully, at halftime. I think that's what he's done.
Oh, 100% he did. Go on, Emmergot. Well done. See, doesn't need help. Doesn't need Van de Ven to come and win it for him. Does it on his own.
Emerson.
Ref, he's holding them. John, I need to go to the toilet. I'm going to
Can we give IU a card? I mean, this is like his sixth foul. This is like his sixth foul. How many fouls have happened? How many fouls have actually happened? I feel like they've reached now. They probably have reached over 10 fouls, and we haven't seen one card. That's absurd. Not even one card. Over 10 fouls.
They're double figures for sure.
Some are saying, thinking about Brennan Johnson as well. I mean, if there's more space in behind. A nice flick, Richie. Nice flick. Oh, offside.
I would say, Jack, the message is, that front line has 15 minutes. If not, then there'll be a change.
Yeah. I hope so. I think that's probably the right way to think about it. Well done, Sar. Well done. Absolutely bossing him there. Kulu, good touch.
Ref, when is he going to pull out the yellows, Jacko? When is he, like, this is the thing, it's just giving them license.
He seems to not believe in it. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that if you just never punish them for it, it's just, well, we'll just continue to hack them down at any chance we get. And that helps you a lot defensively. It gives you so many breaks. You don't even have to defend
that's
properly.
A better ball.
You can just hack the man.
Kulu keeps it in. What's on his right?
Absolutely mixed him there. Well done, Kulu. Much, much better from him and Pedro. Much better, though, from him and Pedro. We're at least saying something about them now.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, Spurs.
Because that's what was the frustrating thing in that half, was like, felt like the right-hand side didn't deserve any praise because they, were just non-existent. Now we're getting something.
We're starting to move the ball with a bit of purpose as well. Long may it continue for this half. Do you know what? When these players are walking over slow, I'd literally be turning around and saying, you do realize this, every second you do this, it's being added on.
Well, is it though?
No, it's not, but they should be. Do you know what, Jack? Next week, we're going to get a stopwatch. And every time that ball stops or there's a thing or people are taking the piss, we're gonna get it going. We're gonna see how many minutes we actually should get. Because I felt like at the start of the season they were doing it correct, but people were moaning about 13 minutes being added on, so now they're cutting it down. It's just a long ball over the top. Emerson deals with it again on his own. Again on his own. Richarlison gives it away.
Oh no, but they
down the right hand
side.
Get
out there, Pedro.
Oh,
Pedro
cuts him. It's poor.
No,
Emerson clears. Sonny to Basuma. Back to Sonny or Pedro Porro.
Pedro.
Great ball.
Great ball.
Kulu, come on. Come on, Kulu.
Come on, Kulu.
You got him.
He kept that in as well. Damn it, Kulu.
You need to make changes on the wingers. Richarlison and Kulu, both of them.
I think you need pace in that situation. I kind of agree with some people. Maybe you do need Brennan Johnson in that
Get
case.
Johnson and Gill on. What have we got to lose?
Johnson on the right, Hill on the left.
Yeah. What have you got to lose? You need
Johnson
pace.
on the right, Hill on the left. He burns him there, Johnson. He would not let him do that.
No. Oh, Madison! Oh!
Damn it.
Palace got away with that. Madison nearly catches Johnson out in possession. No one gave him a call either. Pedro Porro. That would have been one way. That would have been some way to go 1-0 up. Romero. Good ball to Porro. Get out the feet. Get it in. Good ball to Sar. Madison! Oh! It's an 1-0!
Get in there. Come on. We get a break. Get in there. We'll take it.
Come on, Madison.
We'll take it.
Let's go for the bullseye.
Thank you, Mr. Ward. We absolutely love it. Thank you, Ward. That's very kind, sir. Very, very kind. We'll take them gifts. Thank you, Miss Dave. Would you say your two favorite defenders in the league, Joel Matip and Joel Ward? Really,
it's beautiful
so far this season.
But you know what? I don't want to distract from the good play. Great ball by Romero.
Much better down this right-hand side. So much better down this right-hand side. Great work from Sar. And it's not a bad ball, actually, from Madison. He just sort of fizzes it across.
Yeah.
And just takes advantage of Joel Ward's kindness. Really just takes advantage of it. And it's a good finish. It's a good finish from Joel. It really is.
We'll take it, Jack. We'll take it. I don't care.
Yeah, it's a better finish than most of our forwards are capable of. So it's a good finish from Joel Ward. Well done, Mr. Matters.
Top of the league, say we are top of the league. We are.
Come on, Jamesies.
We are top of the league. Come on. 5 points clear, baby.
Come on, lads. Take advantage. Let's take advantage.
Now I can sit back and relax. Oh, come on.
Good work down that right-hand side. Such better work now from Porro and Kulusevski. Much, much better work.
Keep better. It up. You're right, Jack. Much better from the two of them. And that's why I was so angry in the first half, because they're capable of this.
It was frustrating. Like I said, it was the left side was pathetic with Richie and Ben Davies, but dare I say they were actually better than the right side originally, in that first half. And that's how bad it was. And now we're getting exactly what we know they're capable of.
Do you know what? Why not shithouse it with this 1-0 win? That goal from Ward, and everyone would be like, oh, you don't deserve it. And we'll just
that's what King Hoddle said. That's what King Hoddle wanted. King Hoddle was like, might as well just stiff him with this 1-0. That's what he said. Yeah,
King Hoddle. Great minds think alike, King.
Yeah, he said that before we even scored, I think.
He said that before we even scored. Edouard.
Uh-oh.
Still got a hold of it. He looks to strike it.
Hard over the top.
Ooh.
Fine.
Basuma needs to
Goes out
wake
for
up
a
there.
corner.
Take him off
Fair
now.
play
He's
to King
done his
Otto. He
job.
said
Get
it
away
before
from
the
him,
goal as well. He said it before we even scored too, Dave, which is, I think, funnier.
Did he?
Yeah.
Big
He
up,
said it
King
right
Otto.
before we scored.
Legend. Deal with this. We cannot switch off now. This is where we will get caught as set pieces. Do not switch off. That's it. Look at Vic. Look at Vic ordering them about. That's it, Vic. That's my goalkeeper. That's
Organize
my
your troops,
goalkeeper.
man. Organize your troops.
Oh,
no! Vic is
no!
upset with them as well. He's upset with them.
It was that Guay flying in on the end of that. Oh, he gets on it as well. Oh, my God.
It's almost
Was
a
it
free
Lerma?
header. No, it's Guay. You were right.
That's the only
Come
way
on,
they'll
lads.
score.
Take this. Let's grab another here. Let's take advantage.
Let's get Gil Messi
That's all we
on.
need
It's
now.
fine.
Just one more goal, and that pals are out of this now.
Yeah,
grab
one
another
more
here.
goal. It's time to party. Get the beers out the fridge. Get Gil Messi on. The second coming of Jesus Christ. 5th member of the Beatles. 8th wonder of the world. Let's get him on. Van der Tongen. Into Richie. Back to Van der Tongen.
Unleash Rodrigo. Everybody wants. I don't want to risk him too soon,
No.
everybody, but I do understand. He's got the twinkly toes.
Romero. Into Porro. Back to Vicario. Now we're saucing.
Adrian Chi is saying now Palace must come out and leave space. Come on, you Spurs. I think
I
they'll
don't think
still
they will.
sort of continue with the same game plan. To be honest, Adrian Chi. This sort of team, right? They'll just hope that a moment comes their way, and then they just hope that the player that receives that chance takes it. They're one of those sort of teams. They wouldn't want to just give us all of a sudden, too much space that we just can take advantage of it. I think they're probably frustrated in how they've just made their job a lot harder on themselves, Palace. But I think in order for them to really do what you're saying there, we would have to grab a second. And then that's when it's in our hands. Once they do that, then it's in our hands. Ref, holy shit, he was considering not doing that as well.
He's lucky. But you're right, though, Jack. I think, and Adrian, look, for me, Palace will keep like this to the last 10. If I know Roy Hodgson, he will not send his team after the game until the last 10 minutes if they're still in it. He won't do it.
Yeah. Big up Adrian Chia, my man. Basuma, third kit society is going very good so far.
That's the second. Do you know, he's been a massive
just let him get away with it.
Come on. He's massive improvement down that left-hand side. We can actually play football. Look at this.
I think it's because he passes it forwards.
Yeah.
I think it's because he passes it forwards, Emerson.
But he also wants to get on the ball, right? He's dropping into positions to receive the ball.
Yeah, he's not hiding.
Yeah, exactly. He's not playing hide go seek at Selhurst Park. Oh, lucky good attempt by Basuma. Romero's got that all day long. Go on, Rombom. He
Clean
couldn't
him
help
out,
it.
son. Clean him out. Where's he going?
He couldn't help but smash
Nowhere.
him. Look at Sarr on the engine, on the press. There we go. Yeah, they got rollicked at halftime. Look at this. It's so different on the press.
Good pressure, Sonny.
They got absolutely rollicked.
Ball
Ball in behind Emerson. It's all right. He's got it. It's not Davies.
Come on, Rich.
Look
there you
at
go,
that.
Emma.
It's too
Oh,
easy.
he's made a tackle. I'm genuinely not sure if I saw Ben Davies make a tackle in one of those positions in the first half. I'm almost convinced I didn't.
No, he didn't. He didn't. Al Ben with the super chat
Felt like
says
it was
we're
man to
missing.
man.
He says we're missing what Adoji brings. Absolutely spot on, big time, massively. What I will say though is Emerson has actually done well since he's come on. We're actually playing some football.
Yeah.
He's done well actually. He's done better than what I thought he would coming on at left back. Ref,
It is something for next week, though. That I don't know. I'm normally the guy that doesn't take too much credit for anything, but I do feel like I will deserve a bit of credit on that one, Al Ben, because I said from the beginning that I was very worried about Ben Davies as the backup option or Sessegnon, both of them equally as useless.
Yeah.
So it's a concern. I think genuinely, as much as people say we need a striker, I think we need a fucking backup left back is what we need. Right now.
That's going on my list now after
Emerson
tonight for sure, along with
that.
a striker.
It's ridiculous to be asking Emerson. Emerson should be paid Ben Davies' wages tonight. He really should be paid Ben Davies' wages if he's being asked to play this position for him.
And Van de Ven, he covered it, split it half and half, 50-50.
Yeah, right.
Here we go, Madison. Right. Good ball.
Can we get another one?
What's he on? I think he's on, what was it, 71 grand a week or something like that? Or 81 grand a week. So that's 40 each, 40 grand rich each.
Brian Dempsey, can't believe in work here, but loving the stream as usual, Dave and Jack. Now let the floodgates open. I want 3 or 4 into the shite. Absolutely love it, Brian. Love that energy, my man. Hopefully you're all right. Big up to Sharith as well. Hopefully you're keeping well, Sharith, this evening. Steve D saying everyone just needs to chill. Would you have taken a European spot after finishing 8th? We all know we've lots to fix, but we are ahead of target by a mile. I agree, Steve D. Completely agree. Believe me. And I actually said right before this all happened that I felt bad for Ange because this situation was going to arise and this situation was going to come with Ben Davies being the backup left back. He doesn't have a choice. He has to play him and he has to set him up for success. And I think Ange has set him up for success. He's just failed him. And I'm not mad at Ange. I'm mad at Ben Davies specifically. That's about it. Really not mad at pretty much anybody else. Just mad at really only one player. It made me mad that we just weren't totally switched on. But believe me, Steve. Happy clapping as per usual.
Paro! I don't want anyone to, say, oh, Dave, you're being harsh on Ange. I mean, I backed Ange just after Paul more than anybody. I mean, I didn't blame him after the Fulham game like everyone else did. I blame the players. I'm not going after Ange. And the reason why I was pissed off at half-time is because, okay, I agree with Steve D. None of us really expecting much coming into this season. But when you're in this position, you got to adapt the mindset, and I'm adapting the mindset of, I want to stay at the top. Why we're here? Why can't we look to maintain it? So that's why I was angry. And look, rightly so, I was angry. Ange Postecoglou agreed with me. He rollicked them at halftime. He took off Ben Davies.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I'm not here to participate. I'm here to take over. I want to win.
King Hoddle saying Sarr has been brilliant. He's a tireless worker. He has been. He always just puts in such a shift defensively. He really does.
Oh, smell of that eagle pie my missus has just made me for dinner. It smells lovely.
Adrian saying, find Davies a week wage.
I wouldn't pay him
just Venmo it over to Emo. Just have him Venmo it over to Emo or something like that. Or, Revolut it over to Emo.
If I was Daniel Levy, I'd call him in tomorrow. I'd give him a paintbrush, overalls, and a paint bucket. And I'd say, paint the outside of that stadium and that. And if you're not willing to do that, you ain't getting paid this week because you didn't perform yesterday. So, I'm going to make you earn your wages. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd have him stand as a cone for the under-21s.
Yeah, humiliate him. That would be humiliating. But you're right. Some of these players need it. They need it to wake up. Vic. Oh, don't lose there. Well done, Basuma.
That was Emo actually. Good composure.
What's he doing at centre back?
Yeah, Emo was dropping deep there like he was Basuma. You would think it was Basuma picking it up there. I mean, it was a sketchy pass.
Oh, great ball by Garrison. Go on, Sonny, go on. Don't give up.
Outside the foot.
Unlucky. Good effort.
Good try.
Madison, good header into Emerson.
Thank you,
down
Emo.
to Richarlison. This is much more fluid and better. Richarlison to Madison. Can he get a good ball? Spins him on the outside down the byline, taking way too much out of it. Way too much. Trying too hard there, Madison. Looking for the free kick. Here we go. Højbjerg and Johnson getting ready to come on. My guessing is Basuma's coming off, or could it be Papa Matasar because he was ill? And I reckon Richie's coming off.
Yeah, I think Richie's coming off, and I think Basuma likely will come off. Sarr has the legs of a gazelle, says Steve D. He really does. And I think he's even, pulled up the shorts a little bit just to show us that, actually, just to remind us, of those daddy long legs.
And you know what? For the kid to put in a massive performance against Fulham and a massive performance against Palace, even though he hasn't been well, it's been absolutely sensational. Sorry to pun. But the changes
doesn't care who the opponent is.
Huh?
He doesn't care who the opponent is, Dave. He puts in a hard shift, no matter who it's against.
Yeah, he just wants to play minutes, and he knows he has to keep playing like this to keep his team, keep his minutes. Yeah, I love it. I love the attitude from the kid. But it was, just to confirm, it was Højbjerg for Basuma, and then it was also, look at that, Zinedine Salzburg there, and then Johnson for Richarlison. There's a huge opportunity.
Oh, nice pass, Vicario.
Huge opportunity for Johnson. Great ball out. This is better.
There you go, boys.
Kulu piss, Sonny. Step over it.
Sonny,
he was
Madison,
offside.
That's the right.
He was offside, Sonny. That's why he stepped over it.
Oh, if Sonny's offside, but what Madison didn't do, Sonny had the right idea by, letting that go across him, and then Madison didn't follow that up. But you're right, he's offside, so it doesn't matter, actually. What am I saying? But Johnson on the left, again, I feel like I would have rather seen him down the right. but I can't be picky. And also, I think Johnson just has to show us that he can be better than Richie down this left-hand side.
Well, look, he's got, 64, 74, 84, 94. He's got about half an hour, He's got a good opportunity to show why he deserves to play. And look, Richie wasn't at his best today, so there's an opportunity for him to lay down a market to play against Chelsea.
And so far, Hill Messi not being used.
I would like to see him come on around 75 minutes. I really would. I really want to see the kid in action. Some of his finishing in training was absolutely sharp.
What we need from Johnson, though, is that I think what he was lacking sometimes was actually a bit of that work rate off of the ball.
Yeah.
He seemed like sort of unwilling to really get stuck in and really kind of put a foot in certain challenges that we saw from Richarlison or we saw from others on that left-hand side, or Sonny. Like Sonny really presses very hard. So we need to see that from Brennan Johnson, a bit more sort of kind of work rate off of the ball, because I didn't see enough of that in the North London derby.
Yeah. Completely agreed, lad. Completely agreed.
Vicario sort of waiting to be
pressed, and they won't. Well, here we go.
There you go, Højbjerg into Porro. Well done, Porro.
Oh, sexy up. Assume with switch of play.
Star, what a switch.
Oh, Sar.
There he goes. Johnson.
Brennan Johnson. Good ball to Madison.
Very lovely.
Madison, you've gotten back.
There you go, Johnson.
It's 2-0. It's 2-0. Come on.
Johnson, straight impact off the bench.
Well done, kid.
Showing us straight away.
Well done,
Brennan.
I've asked the question of him and he bloody delivers. What an impact. Come on.
Straight away and behind. Look at this header as well. Unselfish header from here to give it to Madison. Madison does well to control it. Really well.
And
brings
Johnson
it down.
overlap.
Oh, megs him on the pass. And look at that pass.
What a
great pass. Just great work from the three players. Madison, Johnson, and Sonny. Great work. Sonny loses Guehi. Look at where are you going, Guehi? Where are you going? Oh.
Someone said
Look at him lose him here, Dave. Look at him lose him. Look at him lose him. Where's Guehi going? Oh, Sonny's right there to tap it home.
Has anyone seen Guehi? Come on.
Great pass. Oh, left-footed finish as well from Sonny, too. He's so clinical. So clinical.
Tune in. Let's go for 3 and 4, Jacko. Look at Sonny. He loves it. He loves it. Come on.
He's thinking. I think he's hungry to be the top scorer, Dave. It's another goal for him. You've been thinking about that. He keeps this rate up. He can keep getting more goals to be top of the league. Top scorer as well. The passion from Sonny as well.
I love it.
Speaking of hungry. Love to see it.
Speaking of hungry, I'm just going to taste my missus's eagle pie. See how that tastes.
Eagle pie, Dave. I mean, hopefully she plucked feathers, beforehand, or she left a few feathers in.
That's gorgeous. Feathers on, Jack. You know me. I'm an animal.
Yeah, it's deep fried eagle is what he's gone for in the 2-0. Palace have to come out of their shape now. This is position we absolutely want to be in. This is a position we need to be in. Great work from Brennan Johnson. Straight away, the impact from that kid. Love to see that. Love to see that. And on the left as well, because I was trying to protect him. And I was like, you know what? I think he's a little better down the right. And I was a little worried.
You know what, Jack?
I just think he was better suited down the right. But, I mean, kid doesn't need any excuse. He doesn't need any protection. Great job.
But I hope everyone understands maybe why I was so frustrated with the impact of the substitutions last week, because this is what substitutions are supposed to do. Look at Højbjerg. The ball's being pinged into him. He's playing it out, and then Johnson gets on the ball here, and he more or less helps create that goal. He does create it. He plays the ball to Madison, gets it on the return. Great pullback. It's absolutely brilliant. And this is what we want from our substitutions. Players that want that desire, that hunger to make an impact. Absolutely bloody love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Few super chats here, though, Jacko. We have one from
Danny Coys. That was a beautiful build-up play. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Harris Army. Dave was just taking us through that build-up play, Dan Coys, wasn't he? And I enjoy just the second half. It's been much, much better. I think we've had some good passages down this right-hand side with Kulusevski and with Pedro Porro. Since Emerson's come into the game, it's all of a sudden, it's like, people actually know where to stand. They actually know where to be. They know where to actually play to each other. They don't look nearly as confused. It's crazy to think that one player can actually make that much of an impact on sort of the team dynamics. And not saying that it's all on Davies, but somehow, some way, they look like an entirely different outfit now that Emo has come into the team. And also Johnson, coming on and actually doing what we've been needing from some of our wingers, a bit more sort of kind of clinical, kind of, what would you say in the final moments, in those sort of final third kind of chances. You need to be more clinical. We need to be more ruthless. Johnson was there. It was a great pass, great build-up play from him. And we've been missing that from Richie. Richie, he has moments where you're like, ooh, that's a good idea, but it's just not executed, right? And Johnson actually executed it there. Fair play to him. And we've had good build-up play in the second half, Dan. It's much, much better.
And what I will say is that safely says to me, Brennan Johnson will start against Chelsea now for sure.
And also, Dan, I would say, I do apologize, if Dave and I were a little too...
You all right, Jacko?
Dan, I would say I do apologize from earlier, I think there's just a big lag, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But Dan, I've just wanted to apologize because I know we came off as a little intense earlier, and if also maybe the kiddo, might have been, given a little bit of extra anxiety and stress, I do apologize. But now that we're 2-0 up, back to happy clapping land, back to where we want to be. And big ups to you, Dan Coys. Really do appreciate you, my man. Hopefully the kiddo's all right. Sorry about being so stressed out earlier, my man. It was just so many different factors, that were getting into me. Really do appreciate you. And Al Ben saying Richarlison should not play again over Johnson. I mean, straight impact, right off the bat, Al. And so, yeah, I could see why people who are just sort of like, well, look what we got straight away, off of the bench. This means Richie probably shouldn't be started in the next game. And I can get with that. Believe me, I can absolutely get with that. I just sort of felt like originally my defense of Richarlison is that I think he's been playing slightly better than what we've been used to kind of with him. But that was a great moment from Brennan Johnson. Really was. Big up to you, Al Ben, my man. And then Adrian Chia as well saying 2-0 now. Palace will have to come out to play. Come on, you Spurs. Adrian, I know you wanted Palace to come out earlier when they were 1-0 down, but I sort of felt like it needed to be, a 2-0 lead in order for them really to have to sort of change the tactics, change the game plan. And now Roy Hodgson is going to have to think about changing the game plan in some way if he does have any sort of hope at trying to get something out of this game. And that plays into our hands. But I felt like 1-0 lead. It's not enough away from home at Selhurst Park. They could easily take a moment there to equalize or, get something back. Big up to you, my man. Party at my crib tonight, says Brian Dempsey. I love it, Brian. Absolutely love it. And everyone, if you can't already, please do smash that like button for us. Keep getting in your comments. Really do appreciate so many of you. It looks like close to 350 of you are with us, watching this game alongside us. We do appreciate you all. Like I said, smash the like button if you do appreciate the channel. Grab a membership if you want to get any extras content that's only exclusive to the members. And if you do want to stop the conversation or bring something up that's maybe caught your eye, feel free to do it as a super chat. Vicario, waiting for that pressure. He's just, trudging it out of the back line here. Cool as a cucumber, Mr. Vic.
Right, Jacko, have I got that lag sorted? Can you hear me?
I think so. Can you hear me?
Yep, perfect.
Yeah, that's much
We're
better.
back.
Much
We're
better.
back. Big up, guys. Really appreciate the support. But, Jack, yeah, look, bringing on Emerson has changed it, and the fact that one player, that left-hand side, completely threw the rest, speaking about balance at half-time, it completely threw the balance of the team out. And since we've made the changes there, we've looked good, especially with Emerson. Yeah. But, Skunk Works is sending it off in the chat. Everyone, hashtag free Gil Messi. That's what we want.
Yeah. And Lazy 8 joining us this evening. Big up to you, Lazy 8, saying all we are saying is give Hill a chance. And I wish I knew the tune that maybe you're referring to, but I'm a little feverish today. I'm a little slow kind of on the ball tonight. Kind of like what we were in the first half, Nick. Lazy 8. Big up to you, my man.
Yeah, big up.
There you go, Mo. Actually getting stuck in. Finally, it's nice to see it. Jesus. I mean, we never saw that once from Ben. Actually making a tackle in a one-on-one area position there. And showing for the ball. And showing for the ball. It's a good pass. Jeez, Ben Emerson has just done right there more than what Ben Davies did in the whole first half.
It just goes to show, we can't rely on any of them. We have to get them all gone. All.
The old crew need to go.
Keep
Dan Coy saying the boy from earlier switched off in the first half, but happy now. We're 2-0 up. That was my prediction.
Madison back to Emerson.
Demo?
Emerson.
Porro.
Oh. Sir. Yeah, look, Dan, it wouldn't surprise me. A young lad, he was probably very bored with that football in the first half.
We were stressing him out, I bet, too. He was just like, geez, I don't want to listen to these guys, just yelling at a referee for 45 minutes. Might as well just go do something else on my Friday. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
My outlad sent me a picture of the league table already. 5 points clear. He says, looks good. Looks bloody brilliant.
Yeah, show the son, a picture of the table. Maybe we'll come back. Big up to you, Danny.
Big up, Dan. Romero, back to Van de Ven. Now take the time all you want. I think Palace are just going to look to keep the score down.
Sharite saying Emerson, what a pro, gives it his best whenever is asked of him. I don't even know if Ben Davies, I just think Ben Davies, he could be given his best. He's just not good enough. Whereas Emerson kind of is always, capable of giving his best. He usually puts in hard effort, but he's actually, quality enough to play a left back position when called upon him, playing an uncomfortable position where he's being asked to play in an entirely different spot, and he's able to do it. Also, tactically, clearly he has more of an idea than what Ben Davies does. He's standing in better positions. He's showing for the ball in the right areas. He's opening up his body. He's doing more things that, you would expect from the inverted fullback than what we were getting from Ben Davies too. So clearly Emerson's also more tactically kind of, intelligent, at least, as well.
So I don't know about you, Jack. I'm just relieved we don't have to argue whether he's better than Doherty. I mean, them arguments used to drive
Yeah, it's like the Carlos Vinicius debates, back in the day.
I just find myself so much more happier. I just find myself so much more happier as a Spurs fan that I don't have to keep arguing about Aurier, Doherty, Winks, Sissoko, Dyer, Davies, Lloris. I'm just so glad I don't have to have these silly arguments anymore.
Yeah. Teddy Lark even saying, I think Emerson actually does have another level to him. Davies just does not. Yeah, that's probably better said, actually, Teddy.
Well, I mean, the reason why Emerson does is he spent £1 million on his own career. He spent money on someone just to tell him he needs to go to bed earlier. I mean, I've never heard any of the other players do that.
Good clearance from Romero.
Good clearance by Romero. That's it. Stay switched on. Fancy football. What? Come on. Clean sheet. Sonny scored. Madison assist.
Clean sheets, Davo.
Madison assist.
Sonny goal.
Yes. Sonny goal. Madison assist. Now I need a clean sheet. And
no, Brennan Johnson assist.
No, Madison got the assist for Joe Ward's own goal.
Oh, did they count that?
Fucking better. Someone in the chat let me know. They better. If not, that's robbery, and I'll have to complain.
Yeah, you might need to take that up with the fantasy administrators. I'm not sure if they give it for that.
Well, if not, I'm adding on 40 points myself anyway this weekend. I need them.
There you go, Kulu.
I'll make my own points. Sonny with the press. Well done.
Hoiberg, good touch.
That's it, Romero. Great acting. Oh, my God. Steven Spielberg. Give him a roll. Well done, Romero. That's what we like to see. That's great acting. Look at that.
He had a great clearance from earlier.
And the Oscar goes to the Rambam. I love it. Slow it down. Play them at their own game.
Sean Brown saying the commentator just mentioned that the referee usually averages around 6 cards over the last 6 matches, and he says there have been none given tonight.
It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. He literally allows like teams like Palace to thrive in the Premier League, because when you don't give them the cards that they should be picking up through accumulation of fouls, it just allows them to keep doing it, and then they get points from doing it. It's a joke. They speak about VAR and they speak about the referees trying to make football more fluid and everything else, and then you got referees that allow clubs like this to survive in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's true.
Lerma coming off for Palace.
Tyler is saying they did count it, Dave. They got points for it. So there you are, Davo.
Come on. I need the clean sheet. My three Spurs boys have delivered for me this week, if that's the case.
Tyler says Matters is on 6 points. Son is on 8. And a lot of people are, saying they count. There's another comment there that I wanted to get to, but I missed it somehow.
Oh.
But 2 substitutions, it looks like, for Palace. 12 minutes here. We can relax.
Yeah. We can sit back, chill out, and enjoy it. Adrian Chia says, let me know when's good time to break out the beer, lads. I mean, Adrian Chia, you can break it out. As soon as we went 2-0 up, that was Palace, then and Berry Jack, right?
I would say now's the time, Adrian. Unless we somehow completely switch off like we did in the Fulham game, which I really don't expect. I think we're going to see out this game in a very professional way. And thank you for another professional script, Adrian Chia. So I would say time to crack open the beers. Let us know what you're thinking about. Is it an IPA, a lager of some sort? It's Friday night as well, so maybe you're thinking about maybe more than one. So you got to sort of think about what's good to have a little session with. So yeah, Adrian, I would say now's the time, my man. No worries. Crack open the beers. Welcome to walk away for a second. If you got a frozen glass, in the freezer too, that's usually quite nice. I enjoy that sort of thing. Big up to you, Adrian.
No one wrapped me out to the ISPCA, the animal protections, but we have clipped the wings of the Eagles. And what I would say, 5 points clear. I mean,
what a pass from Emerson.
Maybe it's time to celebrate with a bit of rum or something like that. But here we go, Kulu. Kulu has one. No, it's wrong decision. He should have played someone in.
That?
Why didn't you play someone in there?
I think he was trying to. I think it was just terrible. I think it was just bad. Good pass. Did you see that back heel from Emerson, though? It was an amazing back heel from Emerson. Went straight into Sonny's feet.
Madison. Good ball into
lovely.
Sonny.
Lovely.
Oh,
tried to chip in. Brennan Johnson tried to chip him in. Kulu. Oh, Kulu, play Poro. Play Poro.
80 minutes gone. Tottenham with the ball. Vicario all the way back to the goalkeeper. Free Gil Messi. Come on. Take Kulu off. Get Gil on. Kulu needs a rest. He's tired. Salzburg. To the Sar boy. Rumbom. Rumbom Nation to Vicario. Yeah, look at this. This is excellent stuff. First touch, brilliant. Crisp passing, 2-0 up. Salzburg gets the ball out of his feet, puts it over the top for Kulu. Sonny picks it up, though. Give it back to Sar. Give it to Sar. He's there. Gives it to Kulu.
Oh, Kulu!
Man, oh. He does it twice. Back to Sar. To the Porinator. Salzburg.
Nice pass, Hoiberg.
To Sonaldo.
Matters.
The dart champion. We're just cruising now. We're just moving the ball around, 2-0 up, see the game out. We're not even looking to penetrate them. Sean Brown says, good call, Jack. Gill needs minutes. Ribsy reckons, I reckon you should get an assist for causing an OG to happen. For sure, Ribsy. People assured me I will get
Hoiberg, find him. Sorry, he's great pair of heels.
It's 4-on-2. Oh, that's the wrong option. It's 4-on-2. You have Emerson and Johnson as well.
Take your time. I think take your time here. Take it all the way in.
What play by Hoiberg?
Take it all the way in.
Yeah, he's got to, Jack. You're right. He's got to keep carrying it.
You got to make him force a decision.
4-on-2. It was 4-on-2. Oh, we would have had Joel Ward and Anderson up the sticker there. Emerson. Emerson tries to beat the keeper. Oh, how's he missed? How was he missed? What a ball! How was Brennan Johnson missed that?
What skill?
Emerson just gets the ball into his feet. Short one from Madison. Holds it up. Turns his man.
Back heel. Fakes the back heel. What is he doing?
How has he not scored?
I feel like he can hit that in.
Yeah, of course he could.
Head that in. Oh, my Lord.
What has he done?
Emo.
Could have been 3-0.
He fakes the back heel. He faked the back heel, then he clipped it in. Oh, my Lord.
Tyler says Emerson is the goal. Far.
How's he giving a handball?
Oh, come on. Come on. I need more fantasy points.
I didn't see much in it. No, I didn't see much in it.
Don't get me excited like that. I need more fantasy points.
Oh, my Lord. Beautiful skill from Emerson.
What a ball.
That was ridiculous. Faking the back heel was already ridiculous enough to do that. Oh, my Lord.
The impact of our bench has really helped us today with the likes of Emerson, Johnson, and Salzburg coming in. He's done well, Salzburg.
Sonny with a left-footed cross to Matters, just not there.
7 minutes left. We don't want injury time. We're 2-0 up. Blow it up. Mitchell looking to come out with the ball. Oh, they're absolutely shitting themselves right now. Kulu with a ball to Sar. Time, get your head up. It's another poor ball by Sarr there, really. We have back now. Straight into Sam Johnston. Sam Johnston goes long. It's a good ball, actually. Referee gives a free kick for what? What is he giving a free for there? That's shocking. Well, we know what Palace are going to do with this. Put it towards the back post.
Ribsy85 saying Højbjerg, when not run into the dirt, is a far better footballer. That's actually something that, even though Dave and I say and defend Højbjerg a lot, we probably haven't mentioned those words in that sort of manner, enough actually, that when we've seen Højbjerg given a rest, when we have seen Højbjerg at full sharpness, at full fitness, he is actually, he can be an effective, useful player. He really can be. It's just you do see his levels drop off when he just sort of, gets expended too much.
Yeah. I think people forget that he played nearly every game for 3-4 years straight.
Oh, good defending. Van de Ven. Good defending.
Dan Coy says Højbjerg has been so different these past games. Absolutely, my man. Absolutely. But look, this is what I always say about him. You put him in around good players, he can play with them. You put him in beside shit players, I think it more tells about the other players than him. I remember saying when Harry Winks was with him, I was like, he's doing work for two people in there, Look, Højbjerg's a good player. Yeah. He's a good squad player to keep around. Every manager keeps trusting him and keeps faith in him for a reason. The big argument was, can he play handball? He's proven that he can't play football. So for me, I don't really want to hear any more discussions about we need to sell him. We don't. We need to keep him. We need to sell Skip. We need to sell so people that aren't contributing.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Højbjerg
has shown once again, he's just a useful player to have around. He's a useful guy to have around. And when he is, ready and when he's hungry to make an impact too, he seems to be very effective. When he's sitting on the bench waiting for his moment, he comes on and he's ready to make stuff happen straight away, right? He's that guy who's almost studying, off of the sidelines, what he's going to be doing when he's asked to come onto the team, right? And when he's asked to make an impact, he already knows straight away what he needs to be doing, what he wants to be doing, what maybe could be done better. And we actually saw that from Emerson, I think, too, tonight, where it seems like Emerson straight away was like, I'll show you what we need to be doing, in possession on this left-hand side. And Højbjerg's done a bit of something similar. Johnson, too. I
do find that times as a fan base, sometimes we protect the wrong players. And, we need to take lessons from the summer. We sold our best goal scorer, and now we're all calling for a goal scorer. I mean, we just need to be more wiser and more analytical of players we want to get rid of. We all want a squad until it comes to the time of having a squad. Højbjerg will be a great squad player to keep around. Of course, the question comes about, does he want to stay? That's fine. That's a different question altogether. But the question, is he good enough to be here? Of course he is.
Nice job, Pedro.
Pedro Porro's going mad. He's running the lunatic asylum. The Lino's that scared of me changed his decision. Yes! Come on! The two injury boys are back. You've got Lolo and Gill.
And Bentancur in all their glory.
Put the ball out.
Oh, the beauties.
Don't do it to them. Put the ball out, guys. Get them on.
Come on, Emma. We need to see a no-look pass out of bounds.
Don't do it. Put the ball out. Let them on. 88 minutes. Come on.
Need some no-look passes out of bounds. Come on. Just get a launch, Vic.
Just put out a play. We all want to see Lolo and Gill.
Send it out of the stadium. Come on, Vicky. Just get it launched.
Overstep it, Emerson.
Do a little skill here.
Ref, throw it, please.
Thank you, Mo.
Yes, come on.
Thank you, Mo.
Oh, and he's rolling around. We got the roll and all, Jack. Great audition by Emerson for the new movie.
He's the king of the dive.
Who's coming off?
He's king of acting. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, and the limp. Well done, Emma.
The moment the referee stopped. Look at the moment the referee stopped looking. The moment the referee stopped looking, he stood straight up.
You got me point. Well done, Mano.
He'll mess it.
Come on, Gill.
Benson the ball with the long-awaited return. Big up to Lolo, making the comeback. Big up to Lolo. Such an early
Brings
return.
a tear to my eye.
What a
these
beast. Welcome back, Rodrigo. Look at that handsome face. Get back. Get on this pitch. Show us the twinkle toes.
Jack, they bring a tear to my eye.
Lolo. He's the reason.
He's the reason we'll be playing Champions League next season. Came with the kid from Sweden, Rodrigo Bentancur.
Come on. This is nice to see.
He's already
on the right here.
He's already
Lolo. He's holding it up. Already getting involved.
Let's get it to Gil now.
Lovely pass, Højbjerg.
Come on, Gil wants it.
Pedro.
He's begging for it.
Lovely play. Lovely play.
Come on, Sar.
Sar, look at those legs.
Oh, he's driving
it.
Porro.
Pedro.
Emerson.
No, Messi's
look
out
at
wide.
Gil. He's so free. He's as free as an eagle.
Oh, see the Hill Messi. See the wonder.
Come on. Give it to the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Oh, look at him get open.
Oh, give it to him. Oh,
see him.
Come on.
Emo.
I just want to see him touch it.
Emo. Emo, win it back.
8 minutes. Oh, well done. Who won that back? Bentancur. Well done. Oh, you got Gil. Oh, it's Bentancur. Oh, no, Johnson.
Oh, Sonny!
Let's go.
Oh! 8 minutes.
Where are they pulling that from? Well done, Romero. Stay down.
Jeez. Amazing from Romero there.
I'm buzzing to see the boys back.
Come on. Time for Hill Messi. Come on, Hill Messi.
Everyone wants them to give the ball to Gil. Come on, get it to him.
It's another, if that's a pullback from Brendan Johnson, it's another good one.
Yeah. I thought it was why I need to go a spec service. I thought it was Bentancur for a minute. I was like, where the fuck did you get that pace from?
Mark New saying, time to put them to the sword. Go for that 3-0. Yeah. Left the attitude, Mark New.
Oh, look at the Spurs fans. They are in full voice. Big Vic. Give it to Van der Ven. Progress it onto Gil. That's all we want.
Yeah, you know where to go.
Come on, Mateta. Press him.
Side where the wonder is.
You're a disgrace. You're 2-0 down. Romero. Højbjerg, he doesn't want to go backwards. He doesn't want to go backwards.
Final Messi.
Oh, well dug out there. Who was digging in there? Romero on the ball.
Look at Højbjerg. Tell him to speed it up. Absolutely love that.
Free game.
He's Here we go. Here we go. Right now.
Gil Messi. Oh, what a touch. Pluck that down out of the air like lovely. Emerson.
Come on, Emo. See him. See him, Emo. Love it. Oh, great touch, Emo.
Oh, referee. What control by Gil.
Nice.
Here we go again.
Down, Emo.
Gil Messi. Puts it back to the goal.
Oh, he's faking him out.
Bentancur, Sonny, Bentancur.
Oh, Bentancur, see him.
Emerson. I don't care, he got his touch. That's all that matters. He's back. Put it straight down out of the air. It's beautiful. Brings a tear to my eye, that. Also, seeing Dorrington and Donnelly called up this week to train with the first team brought a tear to my eye. Both of them I predicted. Oh, Mateta.
Oh, Mateta.
Oh, Van der Ven, you animal. You
Wins
animal.
Out again, Nicky.
You animal.
Yet another race that he has won. Another race he's won.
Right, Jacko, man the match.
Someone said Pop Matasar should win man of the match. Scooter Reacts, I believe, brought that up in there. He has been, terrific up and down the pitch. I might give it to... This might be crazy, Dave, but... Oh, Jordan Ayew scores!
Oh, fuck off. Shit. There goes my clean sheet. Oh, no.
Shit.
It's over. Oh, no.
Jeez.
No. I'll wait. I'll hold back on man of the match, guys.
Oh, Pedro Porro
misses
the header.
It's a good finish.
Oh, it's a good hit. It's a good finish. I'm telling you, I think he's better than you think, actually, Jordan Ayew sometimes. He used to be so shit. Now he's been better, actually, the past 2 years. He used to be such a donkey.
Handball. People saying handball.
I don't know how it is, but all this.
People saying handball. Yep. Yep. I want that. Give me it. Come on, VAR. I need points for a fantasy.
Maybe.
Oh, it's blatant.
Hits the palm of his hand. Hits the palm of his hand afterwards.
Well, the rule is you're not allowed to handball the ball in the build up to a goal. So, oh my God, it's so blatant.
Yeah, he does touch it on the way down.
How many more views did he want? Here we go. Replay.
It's not the most egregious. It's not the most egregious handball
16?
of the world, but.
Oh my God. Replay 18. We're on our way to 20, guys. Oh my God.
You can see his hand literally flex after it hits it. You can see his hand turn to a fist afterwards. It's 100% his hand.
Oh my God. It's
100% his hand. You can literally see his hand flex afterwards. You can see his hand react to the ball being hit. Look at this. You see his hand then move afterwards after that.
23 replays. This is disgraceful.
Jesus, Lord Almighty.
23. Do you want 24? Oh, 24. Here we go. Yep. Bingo. Let's play a game of bingo.
How many new angles do we need here?
25. Might reach 30. 26.
They really want to give this. They want to give this.
Yes, so
they are just foaming at the mouth. They are foaming at the mouth to get it. They must have Jordan on their fantasy team.
It's just, yeah, they have to, man. It's disgraceful. Here we go. This is replay 32.
How many times?
Fuck me, it's a joke. Play a bingo with this. How many more replays, guys? Oh my God, this is a joke. Please. You're so right, Jack. They are dying to give this. They are dying to give it. So bad.
They want to give it so bad. He's giving it. Yep, they gave it.
Oh my God.
All right. Can't wait to see that one, Can't wait to see that one disallowed the next game. I guarantee you, the moment that we get one of those, they're going to pull that back.
Yeah,
guarantee it. Guarantee you the moment we're getting one of those, they're not. No way. Guarantee next week, Chelsea, we find ourselves.
Madison speaking to the fourth official here.
He doesn't even know what to say. Doesn't even know what to say.
It's unusual that a player speaks to the fourth official, though. Very unusual. We just got to stay switched on here.
He must have seen the replays.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, of course.
Seen the replays.
But, even usually it's Ryan Mason. Ryan Mason hiding behind Madison there. What a chicken shit. Oh, no. Palace on the attack here again. It's Schlupp. Someone just take him out. Well done, Porro. So that happened on 93 minutes. So we'll still have 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. Still 5 minutes to go, probably. Oh, come on, Tottenham. Get the press on. That's it, Sonny. It's a long ball by Anderson. Well taken out the air. Pedro Porro, you can't get beaten again. You cannot let that get in. Oh, no, he gets done. Jesus Christ, man.
For a corner.
No, don't do this. Come on, we've defended them well tonight. We have defended them well tonight. Let's not let this happen. Sending Johnson up and everything. Please don't let this happen. It's a good corner.
Thank you, Vic.
Good handball.
Thank you, Vic.
Good. Go on, Sonny.
Thank you, Vic.
That's what a leader does in his box tracks. That's what we were dying for Lloris to do last season, for fuck's sake.
Get out there, Hill.
Over.
Well done, Emo.
What a challenge.
Get stuck, Emo. Get stuck.
That's a red card. That's a red card on
Send him off.
That's it, Emerson. That's it,
There you go, Emo. There you go, Emo. Get in there.
Sticking up for Gill. That is a disgrace of a challenge. That's a red card.
Get in there, Mo. Love it, Mo. Way to waste time wasting with the.
He's sticking up for Gill. That's what he was doing.
Mo, start a scuffle. Mo, start a scuffle. Start a scuffle, Mo. Get in the fight.
Send them off. Send them off. It's a red card all day.
That's a nasty challenge. That's a nasty challenge. He has no intention of winning that. No intention of winning that.
Come on, blow the whistle. I really need to strain the spuds. It's a great challenge by Emerson, by the way. Oh my God.
Lord, that is naughty.
That's atrocious by Anderson.
Very naughty. That's very naughty. look at the touch from Hill there.
Oh my God, he hasn't even made an
Absolutely
attempt to play the
clatters
ball.
into it.
He literally
That's
hasn't even made an
disgusting
attempt to play the
challenge.
ball.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself, Anderson. Can't
Probably
touch
about
the
another
Hill
2-3
like
minutes
that.
left.
They sent the keeper up for the corner. It makes you think that maybe there's less time.
Come on, Tottenham. Don't let him do that to you, Porro. That's it, sir. Drive it to the corner. That's it, sir. Ref! Yellow.
Thank you, sir.
You going to pull it out? Now book him for the cent. Book him for the cent.
Oh, he's found the cards. In the 99th minute, he's found his cards.
I wonder,
did
he hear the commentator's comments, Jack, about how little cards he's dished out and now he's trying to make up for it in the injury time of this game?
Oh, he absolutely has. I think he's really just had one of those moments where he just, has realized the whole time. He's like, geez, it's like, Dave, you're driving and you're just like, wait, have I had my blinker on this whole time? It's like one of those where he's completely had a mare and now he's just having to make up for it. But he's discovered his cards in the 99th minute. We should be grateful. We should give him some plaudits.
Oh, hopefully this is the last. You're right, Jack. It's a joke. Hopefully this is the last attack we have to deal with. Look how high that line is.
Pedro.
On, you got to. Yeah!
He's offside.
Oh.
No, he's offside. He's offside.
Oh, what are you crawling for, Roy Hodgson? Get back in your box, you owl. I like him and all, but he's just annoying me now.
I don't think he even was offside.
Come on, ref. Blow it.
Take your time, Big Vic.
They're dying for Palace to get the second. That's what it is. They'll keep going until eventually they get an opportunity. Oh, well done, Sauce.
Nice, Højbjerg. Cease Emerson. Oh, Bentancur. Those feet are just so
it's
lovely.
Gorgeous, isn't it? Give it back to Bentancur.
That control is stupid.
Back to Big Vic. Oh, now they press him. Now they press him.
Romero. Terrible pass.
It's a terrible ball. Gil, hack him out like he done to you. Go on, Emerson. Go on, fly in. Kill him.
Get a memo.
Oh, I love Bentancur. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no.
Fuck's sake.
Hopefully we have not given away a penalty there.
Fuck's sake.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck's sake.
Johnson, don't giving away a penalty, please. Oh. Where's Porro going?
Oh, no, it was Porro.
No, he hasn't given away one anyway.
Christ, Porro.
Hope this hasn't hit his hand.
Oh, my Lord. Close. No, his hands are
no.
His back. He's blocked
it. Oh, he shanked it.
Blocked it.
He's absolutely fluffed these lines.
Oh, he shanked it.
Oh, that's shocking.
Oh, you got to blow the whistle now, ref.
Come on. Come on.
He's blown out. Okay.
Yes! Woo! 5 points clear.
Come on.
Come on.
Top of the league. Staying with it. Able to get the job done. It's a Friday night. It's what you got to do. You just got to show it up. You just got to show up and get the job done. Spurs have done it. Thanks to a bit of graciousness from our lovely man, Joel Ward, second favorite defender next to Joel Matip in the league. And then also later on, it's just some lovely bit of play from Brennan Johnson. Huge impact substitution from him. We were in the midst, Dave, of making the man of the match poll. So I think, could you throw in a substitute? Could you throw in somebody that perhaps didn't play the whole 90? I think you could give Johnson, maybe a spot. Could you give him a spot in that 4? Emerson? Could you give Emerson a spot in that 4? I think you could. I think some of the impact subs today were great. Some of the impact subs were terrific.
They were, but I'm not sure I could put them in. I think a lot of people are saying Van de Ven, to be fair. He was outstanding.
Yeah, Van de Ven was terrific. He had to do 2 men's job today. There's something to be said about that. I guess, too, I think Basuma actually was pretty good. I guess he was taken off at one stage, but he was good.
Do you know what? Let's put Emerson in there. I'm going to put Emerson in there.
Pop Matasar needs... I think Pop Matasar needs to be in there. Van de Ven needs to be in there.
Yeah.
It feels like Emerson, to be honest. It feels like Emerson or Brennan Johnson.
So I need one more off Emerson.
I'd go with Emerson, one of the 2.
I've got Sarr, Van de Ven, and Emerson. So people, give me one more. One more. That's
Vicario, did he pull off But I've been really impressed, I would say, just with sort of Spurs in the second half. It was just so much better. It's exactly what we were, waiting for. Just more dynamism down that, sort of right-hand side. Whereas in the first half, the right-hand side was completely non-existent. Felt like I wasn't saying Poro's name or Kulusevski's name enough. It's much different in the second half. And some of the impact subs, Emerson, straight on from, the bench, was just far better than Ben Davies. Says a lot about Ben Davies that that's supposed to be basically one of his best positions, and he can't really do anything, can't really defend, can't really contribute much, going forward. And Emerson was sort of doing both. I think he was fine in possession, had some moments of just, quality where he's just good at retaining possession, good at keeping it, draws some good fouls too. He does draw good fouls, Emerson. And then just defensively, he's just so much more secure.
Yeah.
You're just not as worried, with some of the balls that they'll play down the sides. Also, he puts in good blocks, even towards the end there, Dave. I mean, a 2-footed challenge, on the sidelines, to keep it in. You'll have to see it. But yeah, I just think it was more the second half that I was much more impressed with Spurs. And I could tell that, Ange must have said something, done something at halftime that really made a big impact. And one of those was not just probably the hairdryer technique that he used with them. It was making some quick substitutions.
Look, I think that's what won us the game, Jack, to being honest. Ange Postecoglou getting on it at halftime and making that substitution with Emerson and for Ben Davies. I think, look, we all knew Ben Davies wasn't a left back. He survived the Conte regime because he played as a left-sided centre-back in a back three. Towards the end, maybe a left wing-back. But before that, we knew he wasn't good enough at left-back. So, look, but tonight he had many, sort of down effects on the team. The press was non-existent. Anytime Palace got the ball, they looked to target his side. It means Van de Ven was being dragged out of position. Some of the midfielders were being dragged out of position to come over and sort of help him. But then also on the ball, he didn't offer anything going forward. And he just held us back so much. And then obviously they got a rollicking at halftime. He brings on Emerson. Emerson can defend on his own. He didn't need help. He didn't need people to come across. But also on the ball, he was good. And we just looked so much better after that. We looked much more fluid, much more balanced. And for me, it's not a bad night at the office for Ben Davies because he's had way too many of them over the years. He's just not good enough to be where we need to go. And I know people may say, look, it's harsh that you're pinning that on Ben Davies, but you can't deny he comes off at half-time, Emerson comes in, and we were so much better. It does have a lot to do with it. I spotted it the last 5 minutes of that half. Maddison was playing left back. Ben Davies was just told to go into the middle. Just don't do anything. Now, look, I do think Postecoglou will protect him in the press conference. He was carrying an injury or he's carrying a knock or something like that. But he was absolutely atrocious. And then we spoke about last week, Jack, about substitutions having an impact. And this is exactly what I was calling for today. What I seen from Emerson coming on, what we seen from Brennan Johnson coming on, night and day from the performance he put in last week when he came off the bench. Today he came on, had an impact, and he could very well put himself in there now in the starting lineup for the Chelsea game. So fair play and credit to the kid. Bentancur, when he came on, a few nice touches in midfield, sort of help us continue to control. Gil Messi looked to sort of do stuff when he came on, and this is what we want, players that take their minutes. But look, Jack, today was a tough day at the office. But in years gone by, we wouldn't have got over the line in this game. We wouldn't have. Totally. We wouldn't have created the opportunities to go 2-0 up, and when they did pull us back, they would have pegged the back that second because of the nerves and all that in the team. So, not our best, but the job is done, and that's all that matters when you're at the top of the league, the win. You got to win by hook or crook, and we've done it. Again, another test of mentality.
It's you still have to have some questions over sort of the squad depth and, the quality in certain areas, but you have to also then give credit, to some of the guys that did make an impact that are sort of part of the squad tonight. You look at Højbjerg, once again, doing his job, coming on for Zuma, finishing out and seeing out the game. Brennan Johnson, someone who he had some criticisms for, comes on, makes practically a game-winning moment down that left-hand side to get us that goal, to get us that bit of cushion, that bit of a breathing room that we did need. And also when Crystal Palace were starting to look a bit more rattled, he took advantage of it. And that's what we've been asking of Brendan Johnson, to come on strong, come on, quickly and make an impact straight away. And he was doing that down that left-hand side. Emerson, just an impressive professional performance from him. He's not a left back. He's not in any way an inverted fullback on the left-hand side either. And he did a good enough job today. He was good enough in possession, retained possession, was good enough defensively, did what was probably just being asked of him from Ange Postecoglou. Ange probably said to him, just don't piss me off, like what Ben Davies was doing, you know, on that left-hand side. And I think that's what Emerson was able to do successfully today. And I have to just give some credit to what maybe has been, you know, a squad that's been questioned. We've questioned the squad depth, we've questioned the quality, and I think certain players tonight, Dave, I don't know if I think Brennan Johnson's only been here so long, but we've had some doubts about, you know, his sort of initial impacts, but he came on and did what we were asking in the Fulham game. You know, come on, make an impact, win us this game, right? Win us this game for us. Do what maybe the guys in the first half weren't doing. And that's what he did today. I think Brennan Johnson, that's what Emerson did today. So Højbjerg did today. It's pretty much what the rest of the subs have done on this evening is they came on and they helped us win this game, see out the game. And that's all you can ask from your squad and from the guys on the bench. Much, much better from the bench today. I would give them the man of the match, the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, look, and, you know, I'm just glad that they stood up to be counted. And you watch, they'll get more minutes now over others. You know, they'll get more minutes over Skip now. They'll get more minutes over the Celso now. You watch how it happens, you know, and doesn't matter what Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, it doesn't matter what they do this weekend. They can't overtake us. Job done on a Friday night. We've got the whole weekend to celebrate. And I just want to say, I'll always follow Lily White and Blue. Oh, Tottenham Hotspur, I can't smile without you. Come on. I'm absolutely buzzing, Jack. Back top of the league. I just need to run to the toilet, strain spuds, and I'll be back in 1 second.
All right, then you give me a chance here to, you know, talk to Al Ben with the super chat here. He said, that's why VAR is shit in the Premier League. When they have an agenda, they look for a way instead of the rules. Once it touches your hand, it cannot be a goal. Al, you heard me bring that up, I believe, at one stage, right? Where I was like, I feel like they just want to give this. No matter what the rules say, no matter what, you know, the conventional wisdom is in these situations, they are just doing whatever they can to try to give this goal. They looked at 1,000 different angles to maybe look for the one angle where it didn't look like it touched his hand. One of the most plain and obvious ones that you've seen in some time.
For me, I'm sick of it, you know. What's the point of bringing in all these rules and they can't even adhere to it? For me, it's a clear handball. Yet again, the big discussion point will be, you know, about VAR rather than about our beautiful football for that second goal. And look, for me, I've said it, I don't think you can implement it in the Premier League with the pace of the game. You know, you can